Anyway. Timing. Where were we? I guess I'm just stretching. Also, Foxo can now peek. What is this? Peek and stare. Hell yeah. There's a teleporter on the wall. This is Kakariko Village. Well, I think I saw her teleport. I don't think she chose the right one, though. Also, I think you got stuck on the teleport. I literally saw you just floating in the sky, and I'm like, wait, what? Hi, Elder. Cheeseland Pet Treat Maker. I mean, first off, 20. Hell yeah. Pet Treat Maker? That didn't send for me. Did you get the message that this message didn't send? But, like, I still totally saw it? Because I think I got that recently where, like, I sent a message. No? I sent a message recently and it didn't send, but, like, I think the person read it. I don't see it at all. But, like, it doesn't even show for me. Is it just the one message or all of your messages? Hi, Techno. Morning, Lynn. I miss my baby cousin. Yeah. Just that message? Weird. And it was one that I read out, right? It was the Cheeseland Pet Treat Maker that, like, I saw and everything. Why, Yulind, so far? Ming, you're not listening. There's the teleporter on the wall, and it's Kakariko Village. Also, why? Because I want to have different scenes every time. I want to be in, like, the same spot. That's weird, Elder. Yulind. Bubsy 4D stream win. You shut your mouth. Also, the Pet Treat Maker refers to something I posted in Neat Stuff a few days ago. The Scooby-Doo snacks thing? What does that have to do with me? Yeah. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. I don't know, you could make something in it and eat it. Where TP I am done, Fox? Okay. You're at the bridge, right, Ming? You hit the respawn, you're on the bridge. There's all the menus on your left. One of them is a map with a bunch of green, like, things to click. When you mouse over the green things, those are the teleports that are in the sky, and it'll port you to one of those. On the rightish side, hi, Wrath. On the rightish side, one of them is called Kakariko Village. K-A-K-A. Wrath? Okay. Wrath. There is a right choice here. Hi. There is a correct choice, Wrath. We have a new outfit that I think you saw yesterday. The bunny fit? No, that is not the correct choice. We have the Moogle, we have the Chibi, we have the bunny, we have the Yukata. We have the new Halloween. Thank you. Thank you, Wrath. I'm like, it's your choice. It's totally yours. And then I'm just like, pick the right fucking one. Pinky Wrath. I gotta be careful. There's now 2 versions of the Jiangxi outfit. There is a not safe for work version, which isn't quite done. I messed something up in the upload. I did not do an armature link for the hat. And so when I tested out 20 minutes ago before going live, I like went like this, and the hat like lags behind, and it was like, oopsie, forgot that part. Jiangxi. Dude, I love this outfit so much. I want to be in this like all October. I cannot wait for Saturday to show a lot of the like avatar maker friends that have like really taught me a lot and helped me. I've noticed the past couple of days I instantly get my Streakland instead of needing to be here for a few minutes. Interesting. The bunny fit Halloween. I was considering, Chibi. Why your skin is not bluish? Because not all Jiangxis have blue skin. Hsien Ko does. But like I did color change my skin a bit. It is pale compared to the other skin. Like I'm totally like bleached out some of the contrast, and I look very, very pale. It's just, why are they blue sometimes? You're still white? Yeah, but like I'm less pink. I've got way less color. I promise you, it's like I took out 50% of the saturation or something. Caucasian. You're gonna get moogled when I get 25k again? No. By then I'll have a new outfit, Techno. And you'll want to do that. You'll be cool, and I'll be like, please do the new one. And you'll be like, okay, I'll be cool. Who just joined Comey? Comey. Well, I'm not sure if Comey has a stream out, but Comey, you're on the bridge. It'll probably be a little tall for you, but on the left is a map, and you want to click the green thing that says Kakariko Village. No, I'm gonna be a little bitch. Also, hi, Techno. Wiggle. That's what Cairo was like yesterday, Techno. I don't know if you were able to watch Cairo's stream at all. But they were playing Silent Hill F with Spacefish. And when they finished their stream, they were like, Yulind, we need you to join the call and comfort us, please. Yulind, the tiny one's uppies. Yeah, I kind of like don't want to reward the like, give me attention. So I'm like trying to phase her out right now. I was at school the whole time. That's so sad. Where were we? We were at Armples? Would you guys live in a town like this? Would you live in a rundown Kakariko village that looks like fucking shit? I fucking wouldn't.
You will get used to it.
Okay, if it's like IRL, if it has good internet, I can manage. If it has good internet and a close grocery store, I'd absolutely live here. It looks sandy, I hate sand.
Exactly.
I don't really mind sand because I'm just gonna stay inside all day. If this is like fantasy world, in fantasy world, I mean, I'd probably just be happy to have a house. Cake, it looks sandy. I hate sand. Streakland maintained, off to Workland. I hope work goes fast, Techno. What are we at? We're at lunges? Oh, this is gonna look super weird in the Jiangxi outfit. Two. No, that's one. That's one. One. Two. That's two. One. Three. Hi, Joe. Four. Everything looks... Hi, Oni. I think I just reversed which leg I step with first. I'm like, wait, whoa, that feels weird. Oh, this one's gonna be weird. Hi, Comey. Okay. I didn't get anywhere near as much as done as I wanted yesterday. I wouldn't say I was lazy. Whoa. I wouldn't say that I was lazy. I did stay in VR a lot longer than I normally do. Normally I'm getting out of VR chat at like 4 p.m. Hi, Global. Normally I would say, hi, Mommy, I love you. I love you too, Global. Normally I like get in VR at 9. We finish our walk around like 12 to 1, usually in that range. Hi, Kodiak. Howdy, cute outfit. Thank you. The puppy girl sniffed my butt? I don't think the puppy girl sniffed your butt. Hold on, when you say the puppy girl, are you just saying a puppy girl sniffed your butt? Or are you talking about our puppy girl? Because we have like 2. I don't think either would do that. I normally get out of the walk at like 12 to 1. Take a quick break, you know, have a snack, shower off if I need it. Then I get back in VR and nap till usually about 4. She did. And I'm usually getting out at 4, right? So 9 to 4. That's 7 hours of VR every day? Heroin Fish laughed. I don't know if I believe this. Yesterday, I woke up, it was like 3:30, and I was like, I'm gonna go join Maru. I see that they've got a new outfit, kind of want to show them my outfit. Hung out with them for an hour on their stream. Hi, Zuvi. Zuvi, you have a job today. Zuvi, you need to let me know if Koyo actually does do peak. I am moving forward with if he does, but if he doesn't, you gotta let me know as soon as you know. Trusting you with this. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I hung out with Mario for an hour. And then G had tried to join. And so I went to a homeworld, invited G, and G was like, I'm waiting for a friend to get on VR chat. They get off work in like 30 minutes. And that turned into like 3 hours. Hi, Foss. You only dumb idiot, stupid head got him. Okay, Foss. Happy to see you too. Good morning. Sneaks a foxtail and Yulind to make Tailwind. No. Well, the poll will end tomorrow, so I'm a bit confused. Oh, I'm hoping he just messed up the time, but we'll see. Hi, Phosphorus. Hi, Zuvi. Hi, Elder. We did hamstrings. We're at toe touches. Well, Community Wednesday is in the schedule for today. Okay. Hi, Devil Gated. Boxo is inside, Booba. What are your plans for today, Yulind? We are going to do our walk. And then I think we have like 80% confirmation, Foss, that today is Koyo's Community Wednesday. Which I think Peak is winning the poll right now. So at 12 to 12:20, we will be raiding Koyo to go play Peak with him for 4 hours. We'll always do like 2 rounds, Foss. We will do whatever today's map is with no modifiers. And then we'll put it to like max, which is like Ascension 5 or something. and do usually the same map, unless it was like, that map fucking stunk, let's do a completely different one. Then we'll do a completely different one on Essential 5. We'll do 2 runs. We almost always beat it both times. And then after that, well, I would say after that, I would get on Unity and fix the avatar I uploaded yesterday because it has a problem with the hat. However, I'm probably going to do that during peak, if I'm being honest. After that, though, I'll probably be going to sleep somewhat soonish. Fox was in Cebu. What are your plans for today? Pat. Foxo has a tail. Where was I? Oh, we're at Splits. We're at Splits, and they're gonna look so weird in this dress. What if I did it at this angle? I've got the space to do it at this angle. Ugh. It's harder because both my feet are on carpet and I can't like slide one out. Ugh. I'm kind of just hitting all traction. You were right. It does look weird. Ugh. Oh. Create dress Dorito. It's because Zuvi. The dress is just it's bound to the legs. People were calling it safe for work glue yesterday, which I really like. But it's literally as wide as my legs are spread apart. So if I put them together, it's very thin. It almost like starts kind of folding in on itself. When I do this, it just starts like the fucking pizza cheese pull. I think we're at cami stretch. Thanks, I hate it. What do you hate about it? It's a really good thing for stream. I love it. I would like a version of it where it's not glued to the legs and it's just like free flowing. But that's for not on stream. Foxo is slightly getting sat on. Well, yeah, I saw. Ugh. Three, 4, 5. Ugh. I just hate the glue. So you don't even hate like that it's safe for work or how it looks. You just hate the concept of it being glue? We did cami stretch. We have squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would not want clothing glued onto my skin. I can relate. Well, okay. Glue just sounds better. IRL, you would use tape. When people like actually do something like this, they don't use glue. They use tape. I could easily make it not a problem for stream. Made the stiffness change from the base with a line graph. The stiffness changed from the base. I don't think I'd like that. I think I much prefer it sticking to my legs, because I don't want it to like I do my squats and it just goes straight down into the floor, or like I lean back and it just goes forward. I think I know what that would look like, but I could potentially try that. I don't know. I'm kind of happy with the way I'm like this avatar. The only thing I really want to do to this version, the safe work version, is make it so that I can turn the feet off, or the shoes off. You can add collision to the ground. Okay. I don't know. It's kind of like... I don't even know if I would like that solution more. I'm happy with what it is. I don't want to go through a lot of effort to fix that. To fix something that I don't know if I'll like the solution to. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Whoa. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good night. Nearly fell over. Fuck you. Good night, Elder. Sleep well. I'm happy if you're happy is what I'll say, but not mean. The only time it's a problem, boss, is when I'm like... is when I'm doing the splits. Or when I'm doing squats and crouches like that. And even then, it's like... Back in a moment. Okay. I'll see you in a moment, Comey. It's only a problem then. And that's like, what, 5 minutes of stream? This particular version of the avatar is just designed for walking. The version I plan to spend most of my time in, the not safe for work version, which will be like for Halloween and parties and cuddling, I might try disconnecting it, because Alani has the same dress. And I've seen it when they disconnect it, I'm like, oh, okay. Don't listen to me, I'm just a picky bitch. Wait, Foss, hi, Haglum. Guys, Foss really knows his shit with model stuff. And it's so fucking funny. Because he became, like, competent at model working stuff. And, like, started learning faces and hair. And, like, 5 years ago, I'd be in a call with him. And we'd see a new character in a game, and he'd be like, ugh, I hate their face. And it was just like, what? He's like, well, they did this model-wise, and they used this style, and I can tell they centered it here. And it's just like, you just hate their face. And I would tease him that, like, he hates every character's face. Those are good fucking times, Foss. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I should probably prepare for squats.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have 4 more. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cheated yesterday, guys. I watched one of the video game trailers that I was supposed to wait till tomorrow to watch. But it came out Monday and it kept being recommended to me. I was like, oh, I want to watch it. It's the, God, I can't even remember the name of it now. Hi, Octomage. It's... Let me go find the name of the game. It's a game I've been crazy fucking excited for. It is called... Berserk Bits. Okay. It's the idle game. Octomage. That, oh, that's the wrong Discord. It's Berserk Bits. It's literally just Mega Man Battle Network theming as an idle game. It is legally distinct Mega Man Battle Network aesthetics. Oh my god, it looks so good, Octomage. I literally want it just because I'm like, it looks like Mega Man Battle Network. Interesting. It's an idle game. I don't think I've ever played or gotten an idle game. We'll be watching it tomorrow. So... we've seen like 2 trailers for it already. Monday, they came out with a release date trailer. And it's November 20th. why I love idle games. Octal, you like Battle Network, right? You're one of the Battle Network players. You're gonna see this trailer and be like, holy shit, I want this. I know I am, and my Battle Network friends like Core, that I've been sending it to them, be like, I can't wait for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have one thing left. Which... if I'm at this... like there. Still off a bit. Move this here. Move that there. And then 10 minutes, or 10 minutes, 10 seconds start. 4, 3, 2, 1. 27:30 start. 30:30 end. 3 minutes of planking. I have not started another Battle Network game. If it wasn't for Legion Remix, I absolutely would have. I'm like super Mega Man Battle Network pilled right now. But it's just Legion Remix. It's like a limited time thing. I'm also like super pilled for that. Oh, 30 seconds already? That went fast. Yeah. It's awesome. It'll be cool to see how the mechanics evolve. I know a big one they have in 3 or 4 is that when you defeat a boss, you can kind of get like a suit like them. So, you defeat Burn Man, you get the fire armor. And it changes like your charge shot, and you have like elemental weaknesses, so like you take double damage to water, you deal double damage to nature. Try my Game Boy microcharger? Or switch to my USB Game Boys? Micro, it's just cool. I'm going to swap. I'm told Mega Man Battle Network 2 is the best one. 2 and I think 5 or 6 are like the highlights. Or maybe it's 4. I know Etoile fucking loves 2. Also, we're more than halfway. Foss, you're still there, right, Foss? You've been practicing your planks. Are you up to 10 minutes yet? He's gonna be like, fucking what? 1 more minute. 2 minutes down. You know what's something that's really sad? The Jiangshi has a really fucking cool tattoo, and you guys just don't get to see it. It's on the Not Safe for Work version, and it's kind of on full display there, but you don't get to see the cool tattoo I prepared on this one. 30 seconds. Yeah. I looked over a few ideas. And then Farisu suggested I make it a Bagua mirror, which is like the counter to a Jiangshi. And so it's got a Bagua mirror tattoo. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yuli? Hi, Cairo. I love you. I don't know if I believe that, Cairo. Yesterday, Cairo was like, Yulind, I want you to watch a scene in Silent Hill. And I was like, no, it's probably gonna be scary. And he was like, no, 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 it's really cool. It's just a scene. And I was like, nope. What's in the scene, Cairo? And Cairo was like, oh, it's just a middle schooler sawing her arm off.
What the fuck?
The horror game. Ugh. I said I was gonna tell you, Fish and I were screaming. Yeah, it sounds horrendous. I am very glad I didn't catch that. I'm out at breakfast with my gram. Hell yeah. Cairo, I don't know if, I don't know with 100% certainty that peak is happening today. Koyo has been, like, deep in his college classes, and he's taken it seriously. So he's been missing a lot of what would normally be stream days. But we know, like, hey, school over stream. So if I just have a lot of classes and stuff, y'all can kick rocks. School is more important right now. Last week he took off. He didn't have a Wednesday. This week we're kind of like, so we're back, right? We're doing a peak day. And by the community page, by the community thing in his Discord, yes, he's asleep right now. But I think we're having it. By the calendar, it should be happening. I need to change my trackers. You guys, wait there. Can I go into Malo Mart? No. They put one of those little bite bars in her mouth, and we both were like, oh, hell nah. Horrible. I'm gonna snack while squatting. Okay. Celebrate. Wait, I got through my stretches super fast. Let's see. We are about here. Anchor local. Ming, I don't know if you're right at your computer, you're doing squats, but you. Okay. Okay, I was just using the restroom real quick. I'll peek back in a bit. I'll peek back in when I'm back at Workies. Okay, I hope your lunch is great. I hope your appointment is pain-free, and I hope work goes fast. Let's see. Pins, pin 2. Come over here. I love this song. This just puts me in such a good mood because I'm like, oh, I've heard this so much as a child. Where's my... Oh, we're here. Oh, we're starting with a long video. Start. Yes, wake up my equipment. I don't have Wi-Fi. Start manual workout. Is it actually starting? It is! Ugh, I had to clear my throat for a second. I was choking on my own spit. Hi, Trogdor. I know. I was just saying, like, wait, we're done with stretching at 34 minutes. That's so fast for me. Ugh. I hope that doesn't get too loud. We're gonna see. There's worse things you could be choking on. Like any children's toy labeled a choking hazard. Like Legos. That'd suck to choke on. I can't think of much that's worse to choke on than a leg. Well, I guess like just a straight up fucking knife. If he squats in front of my PC? Yeah, yeah. I just wasn't sure, like, if it was just right there, or, like, across the room. You had to, like, crawl over stuff. I don't know, maybe you're a hoarder, Ming, that, like, you have too much stuff in your room, and you'd have to literally, like, move a chair and something else.
Arrange it.
Oh, God.
I mean, my room has more things than the storage room.
That's not good.
I mean, it's organized in a way that I can find it quickly.
It's not organized. Just because you can find stuff quickly does not mean it's organized.
Organized enough.
I saw a clip on LSF recently. And, good lord. It was a Chinese streamer, and she was going through one of her mod's apartments. She, like, literally was in the area and visiting him. And he opens his door, and it is just, like, a literal landfill. It is just vile hoarder's apartment, and it's like, I don't know what they're saying because I don't speak Japanese. I don't know what the chat is saying, but it's horrendous. It's just like, he has a pathway that literally goes like 3 feet from the door and then left. He has to step over trash to his bed. His bed has a little like...
Okay, my room is not that bad.
I would genuinely be like, you need to fix this if your room was this bad. He has a bug net around his bed, which, you know, is fair. And something like this, you're gonna get a fucking infestation. But I think in some areas, that's just a good thing to have. Some areas of the world. What was really bad was that, in his bed, he had like a mannequin, if we're putting it lightly, and a sex doll, if we're putting it badly. And she like sees it and she's like, what's that? What is that? And she started zooming on. He's like, oh, I didn't have a place to put that. And it's just like, oh no. Also a 25mm M919 APF SDS. Would be the worst thing to choke on. It has pointy tungsten dart. Oh my god. That's pretty bad.
That's a Bradley's Bushmaster APF SDS round.
Ugh.
It has about 100 millimeters of penetration.
Good lord. Why did he show her his place?
Rolled homogeneous arm.
I think it was just like a meme between them. Like, I think she knew it was going to be bad. I think, like, it wasn't like, hey, do you want to see my apartment? It'll impress you. Like, I don't think he thought it would impress her. I imagine he's like the gremlin mod of chat that's like a fucking creature. I don't know. It was definitely one of those that's like, why? Why would you do this? But, yeah. I need a drink. I'll admit my room is kind of bad right now. With all the packages I've been getting, I kind of just have stuff out and around right now. Nothing like piles, but... Sorry, Yulind. My room is clean, I can't mod for you.
My room is okay-ish, I
Hmm.
would say. There's only like 3 plastic containers, little boxes that are used for equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 under the desk,
Mm-hmm.
cabinet somewhere.
Oh boy,
Hard
walking
to
time.
describe. There's a very small room.
I should clean my room and take pictures of it again. Because I took pictures of it 2 years ago when it first got finished. But like the layout of the room has changed a lot since then. The old pictures don't have the treadmill in it. And so I do kind of want to like show people what my room looks like. He's free to have all the outfits and redacted out in the open finally. So Trogdor, I have this like dresser. And it's like it's a modular thing that's like it's a bunch of small shelf boxes that you can stack in a way. So you can make it as like a solid rectangle. Or you could make it like stairs. You know the fucking stair dresser, right? One of those. And like, I have it as the rectangle. Along the top, it's just fucking sex toys and outfits right now. And I'm like, oh, this is so fucking trashy. Hi, Harley.
I mean, if I were to look to my left right now, there's just an electric kettle there.
I don't think it's bad to have an electric kettle.
Yeah, I cook noodles in my room.
Yeah. Now, if you had like a microwave in your room. Now, hold on. Hold on.
What the fuck?
See, right? A microwave would be bad.
Well, the thing is, microwaves aren't that common here.
Really?
Yeah, we do have them, but like, my household has none.
Huh. That is a crazy concept to me of not having a microwave. Hi, Kumi.
I mean, it is Southeast Asia.
Yeah, well, I mean, Southeast Asia, I'd expect them to have microwaves. It's,
My country has less than 500,000,
oh.
so
Squish the adorkable creature.
yeah, adorable.
Okay. Okay, in the U.S., I don't think I've ever lived in an apartment or house that doesn't have a microwave. I think it's something like 93, I want to say is the number coming to my head. Households have a microwave in the U.S. Hi, Zvi. Oh no, our femboy is a trashy sex pest. Where did my pants go? Hi, Hobbit. Hobbit, you might know the answer to this. If I have a skin texture, and then let's say I have a head texture. Let's say I've done a head swap. What would be the way to make the head match the body at all points of connection? Because I can make it get pretty close at one point. But like, let's say, you know, it doesn't match all the way around. Just because, you know, the way skin isn't like a solid color. Blender? This dude's solution for everything is Blender. Like closing the seam, Blender.
I mean, it's one way of doing it.
Okay, how would it be Blender? Because to me, I'm like looking at just color correction. Back to Bear Linlin. Add a new tattoo, femboy. Trogdor, there is a tattoo on this. The Jiangxi has its own tattoo. You can do it in an image editing app, but it's a lot of color matching and blending. Need to make a smoothie for Yulind. Blender. You can merge the textures, and it becomes considerably easier to match colors. Wear the tattoo. Trogdor! What is this bit? You know exactly where the tattoo is. It's in the same place every time. What?
Now I remember.
The Jiangxi has its own tattoo. Hi, Amos. It has its own tattoo. I can't really show it off in the safe for work version of the avatar. In the not safe for work, it's a lot more noticeable. Hey, yo, where'd that stinky little bourgeois go? They're not here today. I hung out with them a bit last night, though. Want to make ionized turbo fuel and satisfactory? Wouldn't you know it, Blunder? Okay, cue me. Okay.
How to make a nuclear bomb? Blender.
No.
To enrich the uranium first. So you have to crush up the ore.
Hey, Yulind. Do you have your treadmill plugged into the same breaker as your PC? Fuck no. I could go for some Borsey jerky right now. To be fair, how was I supposed to know? I'm not sure. I feel like we've had a miscommunication at some point, Trogdor. Every outfit I have, I try to have a unique tattoo for it. So the standard walking one, that's the Dream Shelter logo. The bunny, that's the bunny on it. The yukata doesn't have its own because I don't have a not safe for work version of the yukata. The beach outfit, that's the water tribe. This outfit, the Halloween outfit, is a Bagua mirror. The tattoo is always in the same place. Like I had to do it with my Miltina since one of the skin textures I Frankenstein for the body text didn't have a head text. That shit took hours of back and forth from GIMP and Unity. It would definitely be a thing I'd recommend learning Blender for, since you've shown interest for that. Want to make a smoothie blender. Yulind's butt tattoo fixation, Pat. I mean, you've also been talking about it for like 30 minutes. But people tuning in out. Well, Trogdor was just getting here. Trogdor has only been like 36, 48. So Trogdor's been here for 12. Not sure to be able to use a treadmill when I got one, since I could only plug it in the same thing as my PC. Pretty sure. If you got a treadmill, Foss. It really depends. So, treadmills take a heavy draw, and you're supposed to have them on their own outlet. They say, like, have them on its own breaker, which, like, that's not normal. That's, like, one of those things that's, like, brush your teeth 18 times a day. That's not realistic, right? You're gonna have it on the same breaker as other things. For me, I have a very special circumstance where we have added an outlet in this room to keep it on a separate breaker. So the way this room works is I have 6 outlets, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have 6 outlets. They are all on the same breaker. So if one of those pulled too much power, anything in those outlets goes off. The other bad thing is that technically, it's the same breaker as the fucking dock. So there's been like once or twice where the lake gets struck by lightning, and that turns off this breaker. Even though it's completely like super far from the lightning and not gonna take any damage from the lake getting struck, because the dock outlet goes off because it's on the lake, that also shuts this one off. I don't know why it was built like that. This room is in a basement. And due to flooding risks, you always have... hi, Ronmu. You always have basement outlets as a GFI switch. That means they can only take about, like, 15 watts, and any more, and they shut off. A standard outlet can go up to 20, but these go to 15, and they're very quick to shut off. They need to be reset to turn back on. It's like a second level of this can shut off, which is an extra layer of protection. Oh, hi, Kuro. Hi, sort of. You mean amps? I probably mean amps. A a GFI switch cuts the like maximum amps by like 25%. So what we've done, because I had that treadmill that was old and was constantly knocking it off. Hi Agulus Nest. We just had another outlet put in this room. The fuse box is literally in this room. It's on the wall. And just there is a second outlet directly under it that is specifically for the treadmill. So the treadmill plugs into an extension cord that goes around the corner and into the wall. And it's on literally what we've dubbed the treadmill outlet. So I am on High's Energy. I'll put another outlet in your room, if you know what I mean. Hi Ostel. It's there's literally two breakers for this room. There's all the outlets and then the treadmill one. Hi Kuro. Thank you for the raid.
And more to go before I'm done for today.
I really appreciate it, Kuro. And good job. I didn't catch much of it, Kuro. Because I woke up a lot later than I normally do. But I hope your matches today went better than what I saw yesterday. I need to learn to blender in Unity at some point. Problem is I don't know where my breaker ends, since this how it was rush built. Not sure about its wiring. Something that's like... Big fan. Something that I have come to appreciate more and more with time is that my dad took time to label each fuse in the fuse box. So like if I open up the fuse box, the top left one says like dining room. The one under that says like living room and hallway. The one under that says kitchen. The one under that says like kitchen, bathroom / laundry room, right? All of the fuses are labeled like that, and it's so fucking nice. Yulind stream froze for me. After you said hi, you killed my PC. Smart dad. My dad is super fucking smart. Then we're doing it again, Kuro. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Good job today. Mwah. And then I was saying, I hope your matches today went better than yesterday. Because yesterday I saw the, why are they all sniping? Why are they all scouting here? They're not doing anything. The roof people. Smart dad. My grandfather didn't even paint the garage about the house. Homie, it's still fully unpainted. I got on Sniper and out-sniped like 90% of them. Felt so good. I watched Cairo play... I think it was 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago I watched a little bit of Cairo playing. And at one point... He's, you know, just doing Battlefield stuff, trying to knock out some achievements. He hops on a wall. And he looks down. And he's at like... On his left is a tree. He's on the wall, right? Under him is the wall. To the left on the other side of the wall is a tree. On the right is like a car. And he looks down, and there's a guy that's prone on the enemy team sniping. And like, Cairo just had the biggest like, oh my goodness, I'm like a kid opening their presents on Christmas. And he just got down and like executed the guy. But it was just like... that literal moment of this guy backed into a corner like, I'll be safe here, my back's protected. And just silver platter for Cairo. Felt so good. Hell yeah. Hey, will the Yulind still be on VR around 14 Central? Nope. Today, Amos, is Wednesday. Wednesday, my friend does a community event day. And so... we always play Peak, or we play Repo, or Lethal Company. And it should be, what friend? Koyo. It should be peak today. I think that's what was winning the poll, but what'll happen on Wednesdays, Amos, is we walk, hopefully we get over 5 miles. If we don't, we cut it short, and I raid my friend Koyo, and then we go play with him. Who? Oh, Aiko? Don't fucking give me that Trogdor. I'm gonna stab this guy. I don't know if this is normal, but garages here at the time didn't come painted at all. After being made, they are fully up to the home buyer. So like, it's being built on the inside. Oh. I'll give you something. Stare into chat soul. No, we're playing Peak today. Hopefully. We didn't last week because his schooling has been really busy. Today, I'm like 80% sure we have community day, so. Nice. Probably just live in Unity. On my bed today, lol. I did a bunch of Unity work yesterday. I set up this outfit, but the not safe for work version of it. It did not pass the, is it fully done and completed tests. I tested it this morning, and I forgot the armature link on the head. And so it moves, and like the hat moves separately from the head, and I was like, uh-oh, oopsie. Forgo that part. Oh, lol. Yeah. Other than that, I think everything passed the test. It has 5 toggles. Yulind, what the heck? It has 5 toggles. All of them seem to work pretty good. Thank you for the follow, Agilus. I should sleep now so I can oversleep in time and miss community day like always. What might be best, Trogdor, is you set your alarm for like 2 Central, which would be 12 Pacific. And you'll just miss the first run, but you'll wake up for the second run. But you'd get more sleep then. No problem. Thank you. Sleeping sounds pretty poggers. What my problem is, Amos, is that I always take a nap right after my walk, right? I always do this walk. We end after doing like 3 to 4 hours. And then I freshen up, right? Wash off, have a quick snack, get back in VR, and I sleep in VR for like 2 to 3 hours. And then on Wednesdays, I like just don't have that nap. And I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking tired. There's a few clips on Koyo's channel of me just like falling asleep in Repo and walking into enemies and dying. That is true. We only do 2 runs on Peak. This guy going to stank during Peak. If we don't have incline, no. I'm at the point where if we don't have incline, the walk is kind of just easy, and I don't like build up any sweat. Eric Fox are gonna go freshen up, cuz. Okay. We have we have more Pokemon news. So we went over all the Pokemon leaks yesterday, right? A lot of it was kind of exciting. A lot of it was like, oh my god, that's really stupid. It'd be cool if the treadmill changed incline based on your video background. People have suggested that, Amos. And there is actually a guy that, like, worked on it. I do have a way to do it. However, it would be such a colossal amount of effort that fuck that. I'm being nice to you. So no 12 for you. They're being nice to me. by not giving me incline today on the day I have specifically asked them to not give me incline. I should be grateful. I should be grateful. You're such a shit, Trogdor. Fair enough. What it would require, Amos, is that the YouTube videos that I make, because I make all these YouTube videos, I would have to go in and add, like, I forget what it is. Basically, like, geodata, or, like, background data for each timestamp of the video that's like, okay, it's this incline, it's this incline. Like, every 2 seconds, I'd have to go in and add a numerical value to what the incline should be. And I'd have to do that for, like, every 2 seconds of every video. And then it could just constantly read it and be like, okay, it's, you know, 4, 6, 8, 2, 2, 2. Hi, Oku. But that is like... That's like the same... Yeah, no, fuck all that. Yeah, that's like the same level of effort as, like, adding subtitles. And, I kind of like the system I have now. Of, you know, chat just pays to increase the incline. Please know, I looked up Mega Stormy yesterday. And all I could think is, look how they massacred my entity. There were some... Dude. 2 of my favorite Pokemon, Vi, are Skarmory and Feraligatr. And both of them has such dog water megas. I forgot what even was the minimum for incline. It is $3. So 300 bits, 1 sub or gift sub, or $3 PayPal. And that'll be 1% incline. Yeah, be grateful I'm not giving you money. Yeah, no, fuck all that. It's... Maybe I should get an exercise bike instead. If you want to conserve space, then just, like, weights would be the best. If you want something that's like cardio, and you want to conserve space, the treadmill would be ideal. But if you wanted to do it in VR, and be stable, then, like, yes, I would highly recommend a bike. I think a bike is also just less energy. This is funny considering I completely missed yesterday's stream. No, they've got streak protection now, Oku. They give you, like, a little bit of a grace period. I gotta head out. I have IRL stuff to attend to. See you around, though. Bye, Amos. My mistake. My other large worry about treadmill is how heavy they are. And I'm on the 2nd floor. They all come with wheels. So every ground treadmill you will have, it's basically like Heelys, where when it lays flat, the wheels aren't going anywhere. They probably don't even touch. But trying to just get it around, you just pick up one end, and the other end is on wheels, and it's like, okay, you literally just push it now. Getting it upstairs, it would suck. You could do it. If you have carpeted stairs, you don't even gotta worry. That thing will slide right up. It would literally just be, you pull it up. If it's wooden stairs, ugh, that would suck. Hopefully your stairs are carpeted. Well, getting up the stairs would be a problem, yes. Also how heavy it is, being on the 2nd floor itself. You can look up the weights of them. I want to say mine is like... Oh, I don't remember how heavy it is. I want to say it's like 25 pounds. It's really easy to just like... To deadlift it, I can do it. It's just very awkward. I can, like, pick it up from the side and sling it under my arm. And carry it like that. It's, not ideal. It's a lot easier if I take the grab bar off for that. Wait, 25? I thought they were like 1,000 pounds, dude. What the fuck? No. You're looking at a standing treadmill. Those things are like... Imagine your chair at your desktop. It's gonna be like half of that. It's like 1,000 pounds. What do you think they're making them with? Tungsten? Even this like heavy duty one. Because Foss, you're wanting a like round treadmill, right? Do you not have a standing treadmill? I have two. But you're not getting a big heavy duty one. I thought we were talking about a treadmill for you. I have a big heavy duty one. But even that's like 300, 400 pounds? Tungsten? This thing is fucking heavy. But it also has wheels. If I want to move this thing around, the treadmill part of it folds up from the frame. And then I can tilt it back, and there's two big wheels on the frame. Yeah, for me in VR. Okay, Foss, let's clarify some things. There are standing treadmills. There are standard treadmills. A standard treadmill is what you would see at the gym. This is the big console. This is like 300, 400 pounds. It's like heavy duty. It has adjustable incline. That's the big feature that comes with these is I can press the incline button and it tilts up. One of the ones you are looking at is a standing treadmill, a desk treadmill, a pad treadmill. Those have incline, but it's not adjustable incline. It's not you press a button on the console and it tilts up. The incline of a standing pad desk treadmill is there's little screws on the front and you twist them and little prongs stick out further from the back so it just lays less flat. That will not have a console. It might have a grab bar. It might. It will typically have a little remote button that is the start, speed up, and stop button. You, Foss, want a standing desk pad treadmill. I want a standard one. You do not want a standard one. I promise you, Foss, you do not want a standard one. A standard one is like way more space. It's going to cost hundreds of dollars more. And the only benefit you are getting is that it has adjustable incline. Like, why in God's fuck would you want a standard one, Foss? I could not use a standing one at my task? At your task? Desk? Don't use it at your desk. What is the reason you want a standard one instead of a pad treadmill? I need a drink. We're at 1.4 already? Oh my god. You said they rarely come with bars, no? No. They almost always come with grab bars. But it is possible to get one without a grab bar. I have seen some of the grab bars, and I'm like, that's flimsy as shit. If you ran it by me, I could tell you if it's a solid grab bar. The pad treadmill I have is solid as fuck. It has a grab bar I could just lean all of my weight on, and it's not falling over. You could absolutely have a grab bar. And Voss, it is a standard treadmill. Hi, Disney Gator. A standard treadmill at the cheapest is going to be like $1,000. A pad treadmill at the cheapest is going to be like $100. Like, you would be better off if the grab bar was the issue. You would be better off getting a standing treadmill with no grab bar and then getting like a stripper pole without screws. Something that literally like just goes ceiling to floor, and you could just have that next to you and hold like this. And that would be way, way cheaper. But there's standing treadmills that they have pretty solid grab bars. They either don't have a grab bar, they have a flimsy grab bar, or they have a good grab bar. The one I have, the YP00, That one has a really good grab bar. That thing's like thick metal, and it has some chunky screws on the side. That shit doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, but how loaded is Foss Family? Well, Foss is not loaded. Foss Family that lives with him, not super loaded. Foss Extended Family, I don't know if I can talk about that. What are you using right now? I am using a Nordic Track T-Series 10. You're not getting that, Foss. That's $1,300. Hi, Yulind. Hi, Disney Gator. My family was asking about Christmas stuff. Doesn't sound to consider expensive. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Your family is paying for this. Yeah. They consider expensive things I can't get. I would not get a really big treadmill. Like, even if your family was just like, we've got $3,000 for you to get a treadmill. You're not getting a heavy duty one upstairs. Like, this thing is so fucking heavy, Foss. It came in a box that I could not lift. We'll also see what happens. Some of my family has exercise rooms with treadmills. So I have one they don't need anymore as well, so we'll see. If you just got, like, a used treadmill from the family, that would honestly be fucking, like, hog. You would need to hire a service to get it upstairs. Like, it's even if you were fucking shredded, even if it wasn't you and a twig, you would need 2 people to get that upstairs, and it would be a struggle. Yeah, I'm well aware. I really think, Foss, you would be best served with a standing treadmill. I have a really, really good one. You should also get a mat. You should also get a plastic mat. You have carpet in your room. You should get one of those, rolling chair carpet protectors. You know, with the spikes on the bottom. And have your treadmill sit on that. I would not want to use a treadmill on carpet. Directly on carpet. Standing treadmill is probably fine if the bar is good enough. I can give you a link, Foss, for the treadmill I have. That's like, because I expected it to be a shitty bar. I expected it to be like, just a literal, like, you put your weight on it and it fucking snaps. The thing is, like, legit just solid metal. And I was like, oh, fuck. I, like, couldn't bend this if I put up my full weight on it. Carpet is fucked anyway. Unless it fucks the treadmill itself. I'm not too worried. I would be worried about it fucking the treadmill. It would, like, absolutely fuck the carpet. If the carpet's fucked, I wouldn't want bits of the carpet coming off into the treadmill. I very much like, you want it on a hard surface. At 3K, I would expect the treadmill to do the walking for me. KK. Yeah, it's, the mats you can get, they're pretty cheap. They're like 15, 20 bucks, if I remember correctly. Boss, for what you want, I have 2 things that would literally be perfect. I have a YP00 treadmill that's like $150, and it is a solid grab bar. This thing is like, if somebody broke into my house and I just had that laying around, that would be good home defense because it's that fucking solid. Hi, monkey monk. And then the carpet protector. So the purpose of it is that you put it in front of your desk so that if you have a chair that has wheels and you know, push it in and out, it doesn't fuck up your carpet. Or it doesn't fuck up your hardwood floor. If you have one on carpet, you get the little spikes under it. If you get one on hardwood floors, you get one that has like little rubber bits glued onto the bottom so that it doesn't like slide around. And that protects your floor from the wheels on your chair. However, it ends up just being perfect for a treadmill because your treadmill just sits on it and the belt is never interacting with the carpet that way. You said the standing treadmills don't do incline though, right? They don't do adjustable incline. So a standard treadmill, I have buttons on this console in front of me that I can like doot, 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 and the treadmill, like, will adjust up. The pad treadmill, the standing treadmill, that has incline. It has incline in the form of there's little screws at the front of it that you twist those, and little studs, like, pop out from the bottom, and that makes it so that the treadmill is, like, not laying flat, it's laying at an incline. It's almost like a car jack to pop up the front of the treadmill to increase incline. I'd probably just make my own incline. Put a treadmill on top of some sort of adjusting platform. I feel like you're not understanding me. Because that's exactly what the treadmill comes with. When I say adjustable incline of the standard treadmill, that's like on the fly. That's like I'm pushing a button, it's going up. I push a button, it goes down. Yeah, but I mean like to adjust it on the spot? So let me get this straight. You're going to rig something with a motor that, like, as you're walking, you can press it and it's gonna adjust your incline on the spot. Like, you're gonna need a motor for that, Foss. What the treadmill comes with is, like, essentially the same as 2x4s that you're stacking under it to tilt it up. It's adjustable. It just takes a minute to adjust it. Technically, the one I have, it has these little yellow prongs on the front, so that it can sit at 0, 2, 5, or 8% incline. So you'd be able to choose between those 4 angles. And then if you wanted to change, you literally just, like, you get off, you unscrew one side, you tilt the prong to that. You tighten it, you go to the other side, unscrew it, tilt the prong to that, tighten it, and now it's that incline. How much is the incline to? Is either higher than the other at all? How much do they incline to? Is either higher than the other at all? I don't understand that question. There are 2 prongs on the front, like max incline. Max incline would be like 8% of both treadmills. The standard one that I have, the Nordic Track, the big heavy duty one, that goes up to 12. Nordic Track T-Series 10 has 3 different versions. There is the beginner, there is the moderate, and there's the advanced. The advanced one goes up to 40%. I believe the advanced treadmill costs like $5,000. The more incline on a standard treadmill, the more expensive it is. The desk treadmill, the one I'm recommending you get, that particular model that I have goes to 8%. You could probably get a model that has more. You could also just get a 2x4. If you have a 2x4, that would be like, hi Logitech, that would be like 10% incline. And you could couple that with the prongs to make it like 18. I feel like that'd be a little dangerous. I feel like that's, it's not made for that, and I particularly wouldn't do that, but like, if you just got a fucking 2x4 that's like 2 feet wide, that'd probably be the easiest way to adjust your incline. You're like, I want to do, no incline or 10% incline-ish. You could probably figure it out with math. And a protractor if you have one at your house. Literally just like, hey, I've done 2 miles at an easy mount. Let's turn the incline up. You get off the treadmill. You get down on your knees. You grab the front of it and pull it up. Slide the 2x4 under it. Prop it back down. Get back on. That would take you 5 seconds. That would definitely be faster than unscrewing the prongs and rescrewing them in, but I'm just saying, Waiting for all your competition Emmys to go to TwitchCon. Make your grand return to streaming is such a genius move. She kind of did do that, didn't she? Oh my god. Has she gone live yet, Trogdor? Or no, that's later in the day, right? Isn't it like 4 p.m.? That's so wild. 1 p.m. Pacific. Okay, so 4 p.m. Eastern. That is, I did not think of that at all, Trogdor. That was totally fucking, like, intentional decision of, let's come back when everybody's busy. Oh my god. You dead, Logitech? Logitech, I'm a fucking idiot. The Mistweaver Monk is like item level 620. And I re-rolled the mage. I got the mage to level 78. And I've re-rolled to rogue. The rogue is level like 39 now. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I really want to play the mage. The mage is what's fun. But it being horde is such a fucking pain to play with Farisu. Why do you think no one replied to the 1K doc? They were all planning for the trip. My war is 704. Yeah, I keep seeing you on it. I keep seeing you on the warrior and just going ham. Did you do any of the, like, elite farming or mythic dungeon farming? Did you get to take advantage of that? They nerfed herbalism and mining, which is like, huh? Hi, Emma. Ooh, nice outfit. Thank you. Nope. Emma, this outfit is like the culmination of a lot of things my teachers have been teaching me. It's got like some collider stuff. It's got a lot of texture color correction. It doesn't have any toggles, but the not safe for work version of it has a lot of toggles that are, you know, more than just turn this off. I've got one that's like, turn shirt off. Nipples get, not erect, but like definition and volume. And I'm like, oh, I'm learning. I know how to do the avatar stuff. I am a kit basher. Ooh, nice hip sway. Nice hip sway. What? It's been just raids, a few dungeon quests, with a couple mythic pluses. I don't know if I'm going to set foot in any mythic pluses. If there's an achievement, if there's a cosmetic that's like, you need to do this many, I might set foot in them, but ugh. What I think I might do is I might just it's hard. I really want to play the mage. And then, so what would work is it like, I play the mage and anything I need to queue for, I queue with the Mistweaver Monk, because as a healer, it's just easy queues. Raid queues are fast. I imagine Mythic Plus queues are fast. There's a team I'll get Mythic 30 and a title at Mythic 40. Fuck. My avatars, if there are any not safe for work stuff, we separate that to a completely different category, so I don't accidentally toggle something. Emma, I'm so much of a fat-fingered idiot. I don't think my fingers are actually that fat. But I'm such a, like, constantly clicking the wrong thing that, like, I can have my toggles be like, hey, this one takes shoes off. And then I can have its own separate menu that's like, this is the Nike stuff. And then I click that, and then that's where all the, like, not safe for work toggles are. I will still somehow accidentally hit Nike stuff and then, like, turn dick on. And so it's like, for me, I have safe for work avatars. I have not safe for work avatars. So this one, there's nothing not safe for work about it. It is Kendall. There's no textures. It technically has no toggles. I kind of want one to turn the shoes off. But other than that, it is like completely not safe for work proof. The not safe for work version of it can turn off, well, basically everything. It's better that way for streaming. It really is. What you can do is you can make it so that when you have clothes on, your body uses a certain material that it has like no nipple textures or things like that. And then like, let's say you take your shirt off, that changes the material to one with nipples. Or you can have separate avatars. The bad thing, and I'm absolutely calling someone out here, but the bad thing to do is just have your not safe for work texture and then have not safe for work clothes on it. Because what's gonna fucking happen is someone's camera goes in your body and they just see nipples from the inside out. And it's like, this is such an easy fix. You were just lazy. Mythic plus meta is all tanks. Yeah, I know it's all tanks. I'm not making a tank. I guess I could play Brewmaster. Turns off rendering. I know that fat finger thing, but doesn't help with the drift. That can be a factor. Like the time we saw Kairo's nips. Were you there, Zvi? That was like a year ago. Yes, literally, yes. Do you know what happened there? The Cairo clipping incident? Bro is never let it get living that down. We are holding that against him forever, especially since he still hasn't fixed it. 8 months, 8 days, follow age. Hi, Micaiah. I don't see the issue. Yeah, but Trogdor, you're dumb and suggest terrible things all the time. So I'm not surprised you don't see the issue. Follow age. The nipple incident, or the clipping incident, I should say. Cairo is playing Quick Draw on a stream. And he's like, guys, I've been in VR for like 8 hours. I'm gonna AFK real quick and go to the bathroom, get a drink. I'll be like 5 minutes. You guys entertain chat while I'm gone. Don't see anything I wouldn't. And then he leaves his camera there. And he himself play spaces under the ground. Well, his camera was on like local. So it just went with him. And then he ended up being like in his camera when he play spaced down. So his camera was like literally inside his chest. And you could just see fucking nipple texture. Just on his screen. And like, everybody that was there, we're kind of just hanging out, we're talking. And somebody, I think it was Micaiah, just goes, is there just boobs on Cairo's screen? And like, we all like, huh? We like flip into our excess overlay and we look, and there's just been tits on his screen for like 2 or 3 minutes. And somebody's just like, oh shit, and they play space down and they just hold their hand over his camera for like 3 minutes till he comes back. And he's like, okay, thank you for keeping him entertained. I'm back, everyone. Hi, did you miss me? And like the 5 of us are just like, you fucking dumbass. Oh no, I meant the smaller time when you were setting up for Nap and the camera passed through his chest. Yeah, I got really mad at him for that. No, the clipping incident Zvi was on Cairo's stream, where he just had his camera on it for like 2 minutes. Rude? What do you mean rude? If you're gonna be the class clown, you're gonna get treated like one. You can't suggest me to take my clothes off on stream all the time. 18-hour, 24-hour stream. You can't suggest me to take my clothes off on stream all the time and then have me take your suggestions seriously. Was in a Discord VC. Someone was sharing their point of view. They dipped their head into another avatar's body. You could see nips and vag. And he was like, sorry, Emma. I was like, yeah. I'm no clown really mad. It's so hard to do this expression. I cannot wait for face tracking. Really chalked up. You getting face tracking? I'm getting the big screen Beyond 2E. And I'm getting Babel when I get it. And then Kuronatu, I'll be moving away from. What's really bad is I keep saying, I'm going to get Miltina. I'm going to upgrade to Miltina and change my base avatar. And then I think about the initial setup. I think about, you know, putting Miltina in, recreating my hiking outfit. That's probably the really bad one that I'm like so scared of. Recreating the settings that Oku and Micaiah have shown me in Unity. That like, oh god, I don't want to set all that stuff up again. Oku, they like to do 2 inspector windows in Unity, and for me, that's like, this is the smartest thing ever. Hi Jan, hi Hamburger. Because you lock one, and then the other just keeps adjusting to whatever you click on. And that's like, oh my god, why doesn't everybody do this? But Micaiah has set me up with outfit presets, and that I have no idea how to set up. But that is like, I want to make a new outfit. I literally just copy paste one of those, rename it, separate what I need to, and start working on that. And just the fact that it keeps the hierarchy clean makes Unity so much less overwhelming and scary that like, oh my god, I love the presets thing. It's functionally literally no different than just having everything in the same Unity project and just clicking on this one, clicking on that one, and having everything in your hierarchy. But just seeing it all separated, right? Like clicking on this preset that's like, okay, you are working on the Yukata outfit. You have one avatar in your hierarchy. That alone is just like, oh my god, this makes this so much more approachable and easy for me. 18-hour, 24-hour stream. I'm no clown, yay. Eating face tracking. Don't be so smug, bottom. What are you gonna do? Stop me? Walkie-talkie over here. Nice. We were in a voice chat yesterday, Yulind. And Beef and Kyra were both bragging about being younger siblings. Being masters at rage baiting because of it. Had everyone rolling their eyes. Good lord. Let's go. I guess Yuli in a thong did happen. Hi, Yuli. What do you mean in a thong? I guess this is kind of... yeah, okay. You know what's crazy, Jan? Between my 2 Jiangxi outfits, this is the more wholesome underwear. The other one covers much less. The other one is just the Jiangxi spell tag that's just over the crotch. And it's like, that's it. That's all it's got. Less? Yes. This is the more covering underwear. Show? I cannot show you on stream. I'll put you in your place. I could potentially take a screenshot of it, because I need to do some edits to the Not Safe for Work one. I forgot the armature link for the hair, or for the hat, and so I need to make some edits to that, and then... well, there will be a photo shoot of it at some point, so... And to comment on the 2 of them, talking about it like, we're so cooked when bragging about being a dumbass is now called rage baiting. DM? I don't have a screenshot of it, Hamburger. So like, I like just don't have one ready. And here I thought it was just a little string in there. Somehow my brain thought of something worse. The sides of the underwear are string. But the actual like front to back part that goes under, that's fully covering. It is a bit low cut. I think in the back it's pretty low cut, but we are at 2.5 miles. Hell yeah. I think this is the biggest zone of Miss of Pandaria. I think I also do the Isle of Giants here. That's the Isle of Giants. That wasn't there when Miss of Pandaria launched. And then they just added it halfway through. There's a bunch of dinosaurs over there. Well, if it isn't showing, it's all okay. This by Twitch rules is not okay. This by VR chat on Twitch rules, ow, is okay. Twitch rules is that it has to be a solid bar that's at least like 2 or 3 inches going across the waist. That's just not the case for VR chat. VTubers the same thing. VTubers have to have a solid bar going across the waist. VR chat is classified as a game, so they look at it as not the focus, and video game characters don't have the same rules. If this was a stream where I just zoomed in on it, if I just like had the camera, like this was the top of the camera and this was the bottom, and you could just see the thong line there and it was zooming on us like the whole time, that would change, and that would be, this is now the focus of the stream is a, hi Yasu, a sexual feature, and they would take issue with that. However, just having the character design like this and walking in it, it is not the focus, so it is okay. Yeah. Somehow my brain thought of something worse. Uber down the coastal village? Trolls did. A bunch of trolls did. I think we're about to see them. I think we're about to go through the village and to the right. This is a small Pandaren village, and it was attacked by a bunch of trolls. Imagine skin-colored things. I have gone on people's case for skin-colored things before. Well, in-game nudity is fine. Dude, I was watching a certain VR chat stream last night, and I saw the craziest shit I've ever seen on Twitch. What did you see? I guess what kind of crazy also high octane? Like this, lifting a shirt to reveal a tiny skin-colored bra under. And everyone in chat thought it was nudity, but I double-checked. So, I got in a fight a long time ago. It was a very, like, cordial fight. It was very much, like, more of an argument and a disagreement between friends. But I was watching a friend, oh, this would have been, like, 4 or 5 years ago. And they're streaming. They're in VR chat, sitting in front of a mirror. They've got, like, 4 or 5 friends with them. And one of the friends with them, has a skin-colored shirt. It's like a tight skin-colored shirt that just looked like she was topless. And I messaged them like, "My fault."
I went the wrong way.
You ran into the castle?
I ran into the castle.
Oh, you shouldn't have gone that way.
Yeah, I know. I realized that by the time I was in the castle, and I was like, this room empty as fuck.
Also, like, you've been here before.
Yeah, I don't pay it. You know how long it is in between each visit I do?
You were here yesterday.
No.
Not in this world, but you visited yesterday. Are you saying visit to this world?
This world, yes.
I would think it's super memorable because you only get on VR. How many other times aside from yapping at me do you get on VR per month?
Like inside VRC period or
Yes.
in VR period?
VRC period.
Mostly just you. Other than if it's like a special event where people are on about it.
Okay,
I feel so fucking
I gotta finish this story. My friend, he's streaming, he's sitting in front of a mirror, he's got 5 friends with him. One of them has a skin-colored shirt that's like skin tight, so they just look topless. And I'm like, hey friend, you should tell your buddy there to change avatars because they are wearing a skin-colored shirt and it looks topless. They literally just look like they're just full presenting on your stream. And he's like, no, it's fine, it's a skin-colored shirt. And I'm like, I get that. I can tell it's a skin-colored shirt. But, like, you need to think of it in terms of this. If somebody reports that for nudity, is a moderator, because this is back when they didn't just AI ban, they had moderators looking at clips. Is a moderator going to look at that for a good 10, 20 seconds, make sure, oh, yep, I can see the seams? Or are they going to look at that for 2 seconds and go, yeah, that's nudity, and then ban you or suspend you for a week because you had tits out on your stream? it's not an issue of like what it actually is. It's an issue of what it looks like and what it makes you think it is. And so like you're not being clever, and you're not sitting there being like, hoo, I've broken the system by wearing skin-colored clothes in VR chat. It's technically not nudity. It's technically doesn't mean anything on Twitch. It is a matter of what is it interpreted as, and what is it like, what do people think it is? And so that streamer that Octal saw, I don't expect them to get in trouble for one stream like that. If they just start streaming like that for a bunch, I absolutely expect them to get in trouble. Goon baiting high.
You know. I feel so like weird without having the elbow trackers on right now. One of them was dead and the other one wasn't. I mean, if one of them's not working, no point in using the other one. So, but it just feels weird. I don't have to charge. I thought I charged them, but I guess I didn't. So, but yeah, dude, it annoys me sometimes when people try to be smart-assy about shit and fucking they always try and get so close to the line or like think they're around. I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, you get mad at lawyers or other corporations for taking these technically not illegal thing, I'm subverting the books bullshit, and then you do the same exact thing, but just on a different situation. I don't know, it annoys me. People are so...
I was getting really irritated with Morgpie when she was like, every week she was doing a new thing. She was the streamer that she wore a bathing suit, and then she had the black sensor bar, and she would stream and she'd be like oiled up, and she just had it going as low as possible so it just looked like she was naked. Hi, Master.
And then did she get banned? And then she was like, oh my fucking god, how did I get banned?
She did not get banned, but they changed the rules, I think. Or maybe she did get suspended for a day. They literally kept changing the rules every single time she was doing something new. And it was just like... It was like, okay, I get it. You think you're so clever. Technically, you're subverting the rules, and they're not going to ban you for that because it's technically not written that way. But my god... This is we literally can't have nice things. This is like be cool and the rules won't get worse. But if you keep pushing it with this thing, then it's like, okay, we're gonna have to be tight asses with fucking everything, and we're gonna have to be really, really strict. That is literally the reason why Twitch has vague rules. So that they can go by, okay, you're doing this, that crosses the spirit of the rule. You're just being a butt suspended. Whereas like, if everybody behaved... If nobody was fucking tiptoeing it, putting a toe over and going, I'm not breaking the rules, and just like, just being behaved, they'd have like clear rules. They'd just be like, yeah, no, we could just line them out for you if you guys are gonna be cool. Hi, Sarah.
I'm just thinking of Yoshi P all of a sudden, fucking, theoretically, if you had a mod that made your Warrior of Light nude.
Oh god.
I love that post. It was so funny.
I think of a fucking horrendous mod that a friend of mine named Monty, I think he saw somebody with this mod. And he posted it in, it was either Kairo's Discord or Oku's Discord. But it's a Rogadin. And they're naked, and they just have like a foot-long just boner. And they are just like... They're stanced up with their hands behind like this, and they're just going like this. And it is just flopping back and forth in this video. And so, like, that was yours, Oku? Okay. I forget who posted. I think it was Monty that posted it. But, like, they came into a room, just saw that swinging, and just died laughing and made a recording of it. Because it's just so, like... Just imagine you walk into the fucking, the drowning wench, you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
The Rogadong, dude.
The Rogadong. That's a cute outfit. Thank you, Sarah's. Dude, it was Like, I just woke up one day, and I think it was Cairo had just shared it with me, and I was like, Jesus, dude, what is this? I'm pretty sure we're just posting gifs of... Oh, it wasn't him finding it? Okay. I remember Monty's name with this, so either Monty found it or came across it. It's probably more likely that he found it, but... And skin color panties, line between the cheeks. Yep, imply nudity through the roof. And if there ain't anything, is there really a problem? Yes. Not at all, Goonin. I doubt a mod would go through the trouble of double checking that. Well, see, that's what I'm saying, Jan. They're not going to double check it. So if you show a GIF or a clip of somebody in skin colored underwear, and they look at it 1 second, that if they're only looking for it a second, what do you think they're going to interpret it as? Nudity? Or, oh my god, that's nudity. Oh, wait, no, if you look closely, you can actually see the seams there. Okay, it's just skin colored. That's fine, I guess. A mod who has a quota of go through like 300 tickets a day, they are absolutely looking at that for half a second. Nudity, suspend, next case. They are not fully investigating it because they have a fucking quota to hit. Me when I put my toe over the line that says do not cross. They'll never get in trouble, I guarantee it. It's the largest VRC streamer. I'd be really surprised. Is Blue Haze that big? I'm so out of touch with, like, who's big on VR chat and who isn't. We're talking about Blue Haze. It's the argument of letter of the law versus intent of the law. Very much so. I'll be honest. Mordecai was like the one person that was pushing the envelope in creative ways. It was all sexual, but it was in ways others just weren't doing it. Here's the thing, Hobbit. As much as I dislike what Mordecai was doing, in her shoes, she was absolutely right to do it. Because one, she was doing it in creative ways that gave her a lot of attention. Doing the green screen and having Fortnite on her fucking ass while she, like, you know, walked on a treadmill or something. No one else had done that, and that was creative, innovative. Doing the censor bar, creative. Doing the border cutoff, creative. It gave her a lot of attention and attraction. And even if she changed the rules, not just for herself, but all of Twitch, and even if she got banned for a year, she drove so much traction and marketing for her fansly, where that's her main source of income. So it's like, I can pout and be mad and be like, God damn it, Mordecai, how can you do all this? You're making the rules so much harder for all of us. You stink. I can do that. But it's the same thing as the corporations pushing like Pokemon slop, where it's like, hey, make less money. I'm basically saying, hey, Mordecai, make less money, right? She did all of that, changed the rules, made it weird for us, but for her own self, it's like, okay, I can stream and be an average streamer and, like, let's say make 5,000 a month, because, you know, at her, I'm guessing her numbers. Let's say 5,000 a month. Or I can go viral, make everybody want to see my tits, and make 600,000 on Fansly. She's not even going to think twice about that. I wouldn't think twice about that. If you told me you could make one of the rules worse on Twitch and make 500,000 this month, or, you know, make your standard amount, but, you know, the rules stay the same, I'm taking the 500,000. That's so much money. And she was in a position to, like, not do that for just 1 month, but, like, get her name fucking out there and make that a consistent earning for her. She skyrocketed her Fansly, and, like, it's a very, like, hey, stop doing this. Okay, well, what's the incentive for her? You don't make it worse for the rest of us. That's fucking terrible incentive. Is she hot, though? She's pretty fucking hot. I mean, she's made, like, $1 million+ dollars. I don't know what her earnings are. I imagine she's multi-millionaire from Fansly. I only hear about her here. Morgpie is pretty fucking hot. She's pretty fucking hot, Octomage. If you looked up, Twitch,
she looks like.
If you look up Twitch topless censor bar, you'll see what she looks like. Oh, Twitch themselves pushing chair streamers, or Twitch themselves. Yeah.
Let's see.
Mordecai is pretty fucking hot. Shout out to Marina VT, who just showed her full nude model on stream for shits and giggles and made Twitch revert the brand new nudity and art rules and fuck over art streamers. She's okay. I don't think it was just Marina. The thing I always saw on Matthews was that it was AI. I saw that it was a lot of AI bros that were like, hey guys, art's allowed on Twitch now. So we're gonna make art of Taylor Taylor Swift. Okay, so my prompt is Taylor Swift at a concert, singing on stage, fully naked, in this type of pose, with her hand with the mic in the air. And the AI would generate an image of, Taylor Swift, legs spread, like this, fully naked on stage. And like, when you start making art like that and potentially get celebrities who have a lot of money who are like, what the fuck, you can't have this on your platform, and potentially going to sue, they shut it down real fucking quick. Now, Marina VT, fuck her, that shit was so stupid. And then she doubled down and then she tripled down. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. You dumb bitch.
Dude,
I'm not a
hate
fan
when
of her.
I fucking hate when people fuck around, they find out, and then they complain about it.
I do too. And I have a few friends, there's a few people that I like that do it, and it's like, come
I
on,
wouldn't be
you
friends
knew.
with them anymore.
You knew. To me, it's like a negative 20 to the friendship, but they themselves are still like, well, they came with a plus 120, so they're just not as cool as they were. To you, it sounds like doing that is a negative 100, and no matter how
It
cool
really
someone
goes
is,
to
it's going
show
to...
the rest of how they are as a person to me. If they're, I mean, if they come back to me the next day and they're like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have, because obviously in the moment you're gonna bitch. I'm not gonna take anything that seriously in the moment. You should see me playing games and getting angry, man. Like I say all this stuff. You need to give me a day before I give an actual opinion on something if I'm getting mad at it, right? So I get that. But then if the next day or like a day after and they're like still like, fucking nope, not my fault, and they're super adamant about it and stubborn, I'm like, okay, well, whatever. You're annoying now.
The ones I think of, they do it publicly. If you're a streamer that has an average of 300, 400 viewers, you push the limits and you get banned. I'm wondering what that does for metrics where, let's say you get suspended for a week. Is it better for you to be like, I didn't do anything wrong, pity me, Twitch is bullying me, and everybody's like, oh, poor streamer, they followed the rules and got banned, and like they come back and view count goes up? Or is it like, yeah, we pushed it, my bad, it's my fault I can't stream for the next week, guys? Are they going to get any more views from people being like, that's cool of them to admit fault? Or is people just, it's gonna go down because they're not gonna pity them as much, right? They might come back with the exact same numbers, but they didn't get that pity views from going up, right? I'm wondering how much of it is a marketing thing.
I don't care. I don't care if it's a marketing thing. I mean, I guess I kind of care, but also I don't care. I don't know.
I dislike it if it's a marketing thing. I still think less of the person when they do something like that. Morg Pie, streamers that get banned for not safe work, and then they're like, it wasn't my fault. But I don't judge them as harshly, because my stance with a lot of these things is, life is tough. We got mouths to feed, especially if you're somebody who's like, you're not just feeding yourself, you have a family to feed that's dependent on you. Then it's like, because I'm very much the type of person who looks like, if I fuck something up, I will absolutely take the consequences, because the only one who pays for those consequences is me. If I didn't do my homework, and then I go to class and I'm just like, oh, my bad. I'm not going to give you an excuse. I'm not going to lie to you and be like, my grandma died. I'm just going to be like, yeah, I forgot. I didn't do the homework. I deserve a 0. But if it's something like a group project, I'll fucking pull shit with the teacher because there's people depending on me for that, right? I will I'm a lot more likely to put my morals to the side, to try underhanded methods, if other people depend on me.
It's very dependent on situation, but I'm a harsh judge of character, so.
If somebody streams and they have a wife, they have 2 kids, and they are the breadwinner, you know, it's a lot harder for me to be like, oh, he got suspended for a week for, you know, being too sus, you know, being too much nudity on stream. And he comes back and he's like, I didn't do anything wrong, pity me, and his views go up from that. To me, it's like, that's shitty and I hate it. But I get it. Yulind confirmed Chronic Liar.
It just makes me, like, reminded of why I hate people so much. Because we can't do anything but look out for ourselves. And it's not, like, even if it's, like, a situation like that, right? Where it's like, yeah, you can be emotionally understanding of the situation, right? Like, you know, eat what you want to, get the bag to eat and provide for family. But it's one of those things where it's the reason we are in situations like that in the first place is just in an overall society standard, because everyone does that. And so there's just people who got more lucky with it, and you know, we have the trillionaires and all this other stuff, and you know, like, kind of get what I mean? And it just makes me think of all the overarching problems. And I'm like, well,
I don't specifically attribute, you know, somebody doing shitty stuff to help their family or their friends. Hi, Ganna, by the way. I don't attribute that. I don't attribute to the state of society to people doing decisions like that.
I never said necessarily that, because obviously you do what you got to do to survive and all that, right?
Right.
But it's also that kind of thinking in the end that, like, brought us there. I mean, there's only so much you can do. We're in the situation. You have to do it, right? Like, you can't not. So, I don't know.
Well, okay, so
like, I am sympathetic with it. Don't get me wrong, but
so there's 3 levels. I'll give 3 examples, and you tell me how evil you think each one is. In Gaza, there were aid trucks, and a lot of these aid trucks were not getting to the refugees, the Palestinian people. Section 1. A Palestinian citizen, who he goes to, you know, he finds a store, and he steals food for him and his family, right? Not from like a specific aid truck, but he finds a store. Somehow this isn't like a Palestinian thing, actually. This is just some guy, homeless, has kids, or near homeless, can't afford food, steals food for them. That's a shitty thing to do, and it makes the, like, situation harder, but he is absolutely, like, some would say justified for being in a society that has put him in that situation where he has to do that, right?
Well,
Second group is, they recently found in Palestine, in Gaza, that there were groups of Palestinian gangs that were stealing the aid trucks. So the aid trucks going into Gaza, Palestinians were the ones raiding them. They were basically paid by Israel to do this, but it was like they were in a position to do something really evil, but to take care of their family. They're clearly worse than the father stealing for his kids. They're clearly affecting people on a large scale. But hi, I see fire. But like, they themselves were in a very tough situation. The third group is just like Netanyahu, who's just like, make them suffer. Like, specifically destroy the aid trucks to destroy them. I don't benefit from them at all. Would you put that second group and that third group as equal? It's a lot of information in a very, like, all right, remember all the moving parts of this question.
yeah, and it's a lot of, like, geopolitical shit.
Uh-huh.
at the moment with all that, so it's like hard to say. It's like we talked about the the Gaza and all that other shit stuff, right? And talked about how they'd had been being treated for years prior, and what kind of led to the whole thing with Israel in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, if you saw that, it's kind of understandable to a degree on why they snapped.
Uh-huh.
From what I've heard, at least. They're basically treated like slaves to begin with.
Yes.
But I'd put them close.
I do put them close. I do
I'd
think
put them
there is
close.
a degree of difference. There's almost like the guy at the top, Netanyahu. I look at that as pure evil. The Israeli government that is like, we want to wipe them out. I look at that as evil. Destroying a food truck just to destroy the food truck is like monstrous. The Palestinian group who's like, hey, this food truck is going to Gaza. We can give you the information for it, and you can steal it. You can get that food. And you and your families will be covered. You can take what you need and destroy the rest. Or we can get a different group to destroy all of it, and you and your families will die. And being in that situation of, I know I'm harming people. I know that, like, all of my brothers and sisters, my people, are going to suffer because I do this. But, you know, I'm going to rationalize because they're going to suffer anyway, and, you know, I've got this wife that I love more than anything, and I'm going to at least save her.
Oh, see, well, now you're bringing up I'd rationalize if they're going to suffer anyway. See, at that point, if I was in that situation, I'd just kill myself.
I mean, I also
you're
might,
talking
but...
to someone who doesn't value their own life for a lot of things, so...
Right, but you can step out of your own thought process and think of, like, what does the average person do, right? Because the average person is like, will fight tooth and nail to survive.
It's really too tough of a thing, and there's no real answer, and it really just depends on personal morals, because, like, you could argue that the reason that if anyone accepts that, it's just perpetuating all the suffering anyway.
Uh-huh.
And it's how we get to those problems in the first place, but also, I think the thing is, morality changes its scope depending on whether you are looking at a big picture or a small picture. Because if you look at the individual, you're gonna feel more about it just innately. Even something more like potentially bad or evil is gonna look more emotionally sympathetic to you in a smaller scope. Versus something where it's like, well, if we're looking at this in a larger picture, all of this specific mindset tends to lead to this, and so forth, so forth. Humans are fucking awful people, and I wish we all went extinct.
I completely agree with you. When you said it's easier to sympathize with the things right in front of you on a small scale, I'm just like, holy shit, he just described half of America. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. I can think of so many people that, like, they are the kindest, nicest people. They're so generous. They're so accepting. But then it's like, yeah, I voted that gays shouldn't be able to marry each other. And it's like, oh, dude, why?
Our own personal experiences corrupt us in ways that we may not actually agree with. But then there's also ways that we, whatever. Also a lack of experience with like proposed situations can lead to a erratic response to said situations, where it's like, you have heard about this thing, but how much does this thing actually affect you? How true is this thing? If you actually go outside and look at it, how much is it really there?
Fucking Portland protests right now. How much do you know about that?
I know there's frog people.
There's protests in Portland. It literally is like one block. It's like one block of Portland. There's just people that show up there every day and protest. Trump is threatening, send in the National Guard to save the state because it's a national emergency. The entire state is lawless right now, and it's like, what? It's one block, but the narrative is that it's crazy, deadly, all over the place. A few right-wing places have been caught just lying about it. I've seen one or two instances of, hi, Leon. One instance of, look at how dangerous the protests are in Portland. They post a screenshot from the George Floyd riots in Seattle from 5 years ago. And it's like, oh, you just don't have footage of that because it doesn't exist.
I will say, I haven't heard very good things about Portland, period, from someone who lived in Portland at the time. So,
okay.
not at the time of all this stuff, but Alex used to live in Portland for a while on and off, because they travel a lot. But, like, some of the stuff that happened to... First off, his mom, like, remarried a different dude, who was awful, by the way.
I remember this
ended
guy.
Up hating him too.
I remember this guy.
He was terrible. Like, he was the most brainwashed, hardcore right-wing person. Like, literally saying, like, give me an excuse. He had, like, 5 shotguns around his house waiting for someone to break in just so he could shoot them because he was excited at the thought of it.
Whoa.
He'd also... Oh my god, and this was really funny. So he was, like, obviously super anti-gay and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Apparently, at some point, their mom walked in on him watching gay porn.
It's always the hardest deniers.
It's always, yeah. He was super just, like, angry about everything and very ragey and just a overall really shitty person, everything I heard about him. And even Ethan fucking hated the guy, and he got along with him more. Like, he's the one that's pretty good at interacting with other people, compared to Alex.
To finish off Portland. To finish off Portland, some of the protesters have started wearing, like, silly frog costumes. To be like, hey, you want to, like, portray this as, a horrible riot where people are dying on the streets? I'm going to take that away from you. And I'm going to be here in an inflatable frog costume and just dance for 16 hours. And so it's really hard for the media to be like, look at these dangerous riots, and you just have this inflatable frog just boop, 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 boop. And it's like, yeah, you can't, nobody, they tried. They did try to, like, look at this monster out there, and it's like,
look at this monster. It's Mr. Frog from Smiling Friends.
Icy Fire has a very limited lunch break, and so I need to go through the holidays real quick. Today's holidays. Wednesday, 15th, October. There's a shit ton of them. I Love Lucy Day, Breast Health Day, Breast Reconstruction Awareness Day, Global Dignity Day. Global doesn't have dignity, what? Global Hand Washing Day, Hagfish Day, International Day of Rural Women, International Pronouns Day, Love Your Body Day, My Mom is a Student Day, National Aesthetician Day, National Cheese Curd Day, National Chicken Cassiator Day? I have no idea how to say that word. National Fossil Day. National Grouch Day, National Latino AIDS Awareness Day, National Lemon Bar Day, National Mushroom Day, National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day, National Pug Day, National Real Sugar Day, National Red Wine Day, National Roast Pheasant Day, National Shawarma Day, but only in Canada, National Support Your Local Chamber of Commerce Day, National Take Your Parents to Lunch Day, National White Cane Safety Day, Sewing Lovers Day, and Simchat Torah. Them's the holidays. Booba Day, specifically it was Breast Health and Breast Reconstruction Awareness Day. I guess shawarma? What was the other food? Cheese curd?
You're a cheese curd.
What the fuck?
Oh, but yeah, like, are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, for example, one of the crazy things that happened there was actually talking about the, like, give me an excuse to break in. Like, don't I don't think the dude was there at the time, luckily, but they actually had a drunk dude wander into their house one time and just like, yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was
Unsettling,
chill, I guess,
but
after. Yeah, unsettling, but yeah, it was just a drunk dude just wandered into their house. I don't know why they didn't have the door locked. I don't know if they did or didn't, and he just was able to get in or whatnot, but yeah.
I mean, some people are just, what's the word? I want to say like oblivious of their surroundings. Their mom might have been the type that just goes to a room, leaves the lights on, leaves the doors unlocked. My dad is like this. My dad will literally go to the bathroom, wash his hands, dry them off, and then leave the bathroom with the faucet still running in the sink. And I'm like, I'll walk through the hallway, and I'll just hear the water going. And I'll look in the bathroom, and the light's off, and I'll turn the faucet off, and I'll just see him chilling in the living room watching TV. And I'm like, so how long ago did you go to the bathroom? And he's like, well, that's a weird thing to ask. I'm like, well, I want to know how long the water was running in the faucet in the bathroom. He's like, oh, maybe like 10 minutes.
That's really funny.
Dude, I love my dad. I think he's smarter than me. I think he's genuinely like one of the smartest dudes I've ever met. I think he's really fucking stupid politically. Okay. I think he's really fucking stupid politically, but he comes from a very like high white society. Like he hasn't seen a lot of the problems on the ground. When he would work, he'd be like maximum efficiency with his brain. He would come home and he'd be like, okay, I'm exhausted from thinking all day. Operate at 20% efficiency now. And his brain would go, and he'd be, I thought he was a fucking oaf. Like, I thought he was so stupid for so many years of my life. And then I saw him at work when he was, like, in that, like, mode, in that, like, full brain power, smart, thinking of everything, strategizing everything. It was like, oh shit, this is a different fucking person. But then he comes home, and he's just dumb.
To be fair, intelligence is very different to gauge, because intelligence and knowledge are two very different things. You can be very knowledgeable in a thing, and like that, you are generally probably going to be intelligent around that thing too, because if you're knowledgeable in it, then you're also going to be able to probably think more broadly about it too.
100% agree, but I'm not describing knowledge. I'm like describing him as a person. He approaches things differently. He talks differently. He's literally like in a mode that's like it's I'm such a fucking weeb for this one. It's like when I would interact with him and he was just at home, I was like, this fucking idiot. It's like talking to Shanks when he gets, the drink poured on him, and it's just like, oh, this fucking guy. How does he get through life? And then he gets serious, and it's like the fucking hockey turns on. It's like the room literally feels different. The first experience for me, Foss, I got a summer job working at his company when I was 20. And I'd always seen him as an oaf. I'd always seen him as a goofball. My boss, my supervisor, that guy's boss was a woman named Tammy. And her boss was my dad. And I worked in a building on the other side of the parking lot. And at one point, my supervisor was like, hey, Yulind, I need to go get this package to your dad. He needs it on his desk today. Do you mind running that over? And I was like, yeah, sure, I can bring this home. This means I don't have to do anything for like 15 minutes. So I run it over. I go to his office. Roland, this is your peak reminder? Perfect. I put it on, I go to his office, come into his office, and he literally, like, the fucking Evangelion father hands together. Hello, Yulind. How's your day been? This is fucking weird. I don't like this. Who the fuck are you, and what have you done with my dad? Greg just wanted me to bring you these projects. He says the exact name of it, of the, like, file that I'm bringing him. Yes, I've been expecting those. How have you been today? What have you been working on today? And it's just like, it was just like such a feeling of like, I was intimidated. I was just like, why do I feel on edge? Why do I feel like I'm in trouble because this isn't how I normally talk to my father. This is like he is talking to me differently because he's in his work mode. He's in his I'm fucking like thinking, I'm fucking strategizing, I'm keeping track of all the moving parts mode. And his voice would just be lower, calmer, and it was just like it just felt like his eyes were on everything and he was studying everything. I brought it to him.
What if he actually is an oaf at work, but he wanted to put on the intimidation tactics for you, and he's like, "Hello, Yulind. I've been expecting you."
It was, dude. It was like it changed just my view, cause like after that, like 5 hours later, he sends me a text message like, "Hey, we're ready to go home. You know, clock out." And I was like, "Okay." And so I clock out. We meet at the car, cause we would literally drive to and from work together. I have no idea where she is. Oh, back there.
Yeah, I have a personal mirror up, so I couldn't see.
We would drive to and from work together. I get in the car, and he's just like, "Whoo, tough day, right, Yulind? I wonder if your mom cooked tonight." And I'm just like, "We're not gonna talk about this? Like, you were a different fucking person today. Was that like your twin that like I've never met before?" And he was just like, "No, that's just, you know, I was at work." And, okay, like that fucking shattered my entire worldview of him, and I was like, this is so weird. But like that summer, I just learned a lot of things about my dad. Number one, that he doesn't like working. That's just, you know, a responsibility that people gotta work and earn money. And so that's why he works so hard.
I learned a lot of things about my dad, like that he's gay.
I'm looking for the joke. I'm trying. It's what's coming to my head is you didn't learn shit about your dad, but I'm not finding a funny follow-up, so I'm just like, whatever, it's too late. Oh, the Twitter post of, "I did nothing wrong, why did I get banned?" Look up one clip of theirs, and it's just, "How did it take so long for you to get banned?" Yulind confirmed, "Chronic liar, I can't be friends with you anymore. I'll do it if I've been forgetting a lot back. Hold on, I'll do it if I've been forgetting a lot back to back. Work over Dedge. Good job today. Morning, streamer man. They're the only source of income as a streamer. That sounds like just fucking shit planning and still their own fault." I don't disagree. But it's a lot harder to be like, prepare for all your bases. There's a lot of people that are just fucking short-sighted. And when somebody has backed themselves into the corner, whether it's their fault or someone else's, when they're in that corner and you've got mouths to feed, again, I am very much not justifying any of these. These are still wrongdoings. But I'm a bit more sympathetic than I'm being evil just to be evil. Hi, Gana, Yuli. Hi, ICJ and Loja. Hi, Loja. The evil of inflatable animals in nude marches. 812 days of Cutelind being Cutelind. Times 10,000. Oh my goodness. Well, Foss VR real? Foss likes to get in VR now and then. They don't have their elbow trackers right now, so they're like, "I'm so aware of my arms. Ugh." But Foss VR is real. It's nice.
Eh.
They tried making the one frog that said that pepper spray was no big deal as evil, goofy shit. AI. That really wasn't a riot in Seattle, more like a small gathering of hoodlums. LOL, Booba Day, Comey is adorkable. Thank you. Roland, this is your peak reminder. True. You don't have to work. You don't have a work persona? I would think a work persona is more of a retail thing. That's like you deal with customers, you have to put on the work persona. I never had a work persona. In fact, I was often brutally honest with my coworkers. When they were like, "Hey, do you want to go get drinks after?" I'd be like, "No, I don't want to see you after work hours."
Yeah, some people are just like that though, where it's like they actually have a different work face they put on. I can't do that.
Yes.
I'm too.
I think you have to do it. If you work with customers, I feel like you have to do it. You have to have the
I'd
work
get fired.
face.
I'd fucking
You
the
just
bomb
get
a customer.
fired.
I'd get fired.
I talk to my coworkers way diff from my friends. Yeah? Hi, Proxy. I'll be brutally honest with you. Boss needs a shower, so do you. I'm literally exercising. I got an excuse. Boss doesn't need a shower. In fact, Boss, take less showers.
I do take too much showers. I using up too much water. I take like fucking 3 showers a day.
Yeah. I want to be honest, Oku. I just think of that movie with the black guy doing the call center work, and he keeps failing all of his calls, and then the hi paper, the old black guy next to him is like, you gotta put your white people voice on. And he's like, man, I'm not doing that shit. And he's like, do it, man, it'll work. And it starts working for him too well. I'm just imagining Oku with that, with like, there's the way I know him talking, and then I just imagine Oku with his coworkers. Good morning, everybody. Howdy. How are all of you? It's just like
salutations, friends. How are you doing today?
Oh my God!
It's a lovely day to shop here at shopping center dot basic dot mall shop.
Speaking of mismatched voices, I was watching Ginjo yesterday because I didn't want to watch Spacefish and Cairo playing Silent Hill.
Because I didn't want to watch Spacefish and
Dude,
Cairo. I
dude,
hate those
they're
guys.
like, did you watch us? Did you watch us? No. What did I? It seemed scary. And they're like, we watched a middle schooler saw her arm off with a rusty saw. It was horrible. Yeah, that's why I didn't watch. No, but I was watching Ginjo. Their friend Manus is on, which Manus also streams. Manus was just dry reading the lyrics to like rap songs, like degenerate rap songs. So he's sitting there and he's dry reading them like oh god, what was, I gotta like Google an example real quick because like I don't know the fucking lyrics to any of these. I'll give you an example though. Like Holla Back Girl. He would be like, few times I come around that track, and I'm ready to attack. Because I ain't no holler back girl. And it was just like dry reading like that with just the most upbeat, peppy, just white guy voice. And it was like, oh god. Beat it up, baby. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this cookie right in yo face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. And he's just reading it like that. And it was like, oh my god.
It's someone who thinks they know what narrators sound like trying to sound like a narrator.
Yes. It was, dude, the best was anytime he'd do like, it sounded like a courtroom reading. When he'd be like, I run down on him for I have a quotation marks A end quotation marks running me. And it was just like, oh god, oh shit, this is so funny.
It's pretty good.
I'll be brutally honest. Work persona is how I don't insult people constantly. Funnily enough, I shouldn't talk to my friends more like I should talk to my friends more like I talk to my coworkers. No! Same, I need coworkers to listen to things get done. With friends, y'all can whack off in the corner for all I care. Yeah, oh god, Cairo, gonna send you something high paper, Dizzy. I always enjoy my coworkers a ton. That's why I work at the places I do. I keep in touch with past coworkers better than old friends. I never disliked any of my coworkers. Oh, I think Foss crashed. I just look at them as normies. And like particularly the longest job I had, 4 years, I was one of the youngins. I was like fresh out of college, while everyone else was like telecom veteran in their like 40s to 60s. And so it was just like, I want to play video games. I want to go watch YouTube videos. I want to hang out in VR chat. I want to be a degenerate and like flirt and ERP. You can't talk to fucking 60-year-old telecom vets about any of that. There was one guy who was like, "Oh, I love the Mass Effect games. I've been trying to go through them." And, like, it would take him 3 weeks to go through one Mass Effect game. Because he was just literally, like, 52-year-old boomer playing video game and just, like, going through at a snail's pace. And it was like, these just aren't my people. Should have been there, Yulind. The arm had a nice crunch. What? Try reading rap lyrics goes, oh, to the stream. Oh, dude, ugh. I do that whenever Ants puts on hip-hop at karaoke, and he's looking at me to get on stage, and I let him down so hard every time. Hearing the WAP lyrics out loud is one of the greatest things ever. Grab them out, you can sound like a Mormon. Boss night being tiny is strange. Something that was crazy for me, Oku, is, you know, a lot of trans girls. There's one who has a very demure, petite, very, like, fragile sounding voice. And she got fucking drunk recently at karaoke, and she invited me to it, and I went, and I'm just in the back, like, hanging out, and she just started, like, busting out some rap songs that was just like, I'm drunk, I ain't give a shit. And it was just like, I remember at one point I was like, who's singing this? And I turn around, I'm like, well, I see my friend on stage, but who else is... Wait, it's just my friend? That's what they sound like? Oh, Jesus. It shook me. They were fucking good. It sounded really good. But it was like, holy shit.
I just randomly got logged out.
I figured you crashed. It didn't even like, you've been disconnected, reconnecting. It was just like, yeah, you're done. Just close.
Everything froze.
Mm-hmm.
You were standing still, everyone else was standing still. So for a little bit, I was like, did Yulind die or did I die? And then I saw others were standing completely still too, and I was like, And then I got the, you've been disconnected, and then it loaded, and then it brought me to the login screen again. I had to re-log in, and then there was the map music on the login screen. So just Legend of Zelda music as I'm logging in, and I'm like, huh. Little weird, but whatever.
For me, it was
Never
like,
had that happen before.
all these people are experts in the field that I'm specifically interested in. So of course they were interesting and cool. It wasn't that I disliked any of them, Octal. I got along great with all of them. It was actually, I was fucking weird to all of them because, like, I was good at the work, and I found it mildly interesting. And it was something that they had been doing for a while, and we connected in that. I had no problem just going to somebody that, like, I've never met this person, I just heard they're good. I'd literally go up to their cubicle and be like, hey, this person said you're really good at this. Can you teach me that for, like, 5 minutes? And, like, as fucking timid and shy as I am in VR and online, approaching people like that in the workplace was just so easy. Hi, Violet, by the way. I don't know if I said hi. It was so easy for me to just go up to people and be like, hey, we work together. I need your information on this. And they'd always be ready to share. Literally everybody got along with me. There were people that were like, we are enemies. We fucking hate each other. I would get this person fired if I could. And both of them were friends with me. And I was like, learning that they hate each other. I'm like, oh god, am I stuck in the middle? And they're like, no, we're not gonna do that to you. I'll fucking kill them if I get the chance. But you, I don't want to put you through anything. And I'm like, oh Jesus. I got along with everybody. And so everybody there would be like, oh, Yulind's cool. They're nice. Let's invite them to drinks because everybody's going to, you know, the bar after Friday. We got through another week. And the moment I clocked out, I was like, literally running home to my apartment to get back online and open Twitch and play games with people. It was like, I get along great with them, but get me the fuck home. These are secondary friends.
By the way, Komi says they might have to go soon.
I might have to hop off soon. My brother-in-law is almost arriving at my house to replace the parts for my PC, so I gotta hop off. Oh, that's exciting. Hell yeah. And thank you. Reading Winley always reminds me of Stephen Hawking. It was, Dude, I'm remember the Manus dry reads. Because he did it for like an hour straight. And it was Ginjo and Ivory who were just like, just trying to not cry laughing. No. Manus, Ivory, and Fox God. Ivory was there for a little bit. I think it was Fox and Ginjo that were there the whole time. Yeah, good time. Much better than watching a middle schooler get the chomp put into her mouth and then told, hey, cut your arm off. Just do it. We'll kill you if you don't. And then just, ooh. What the fuck?
Your hand's in here. You
It
should
is.
cut it off. You should cut it off like the middle schooler.
Ooh, that actually is something. I was thinking, like, man, sometimes my thumb pops through and I don't like that. And I've been thinking, like, I should, like, mess with the animation so that, like, when I extend the thumb, it doesn't extend. It'd be way easier to just blend shape the hand down. Why didn't I think of that?
Your brain is very interesting. I like how your first thought is, let me adjust the animation of the thing versus it can't be seen at all anyway. Just cut the hand off.
Well, so here's the thing. I do kind of want it to be seen. Because then I can, like, put somebody's face in the sleeve. And then I can just do, like, the okay symbol, like the, you know, haha, got him, you looked. I kind of enjoy doing that.
You know what would be way more amusing? If you put a PNG of the Gotham of the fingers in there instead. Just a picture of it. That would be way more amusing. Just don't have hands and just have a picture of the Gotham
Just have, like, the fucking PNG in there of, like... It'd be way more clear, too. Oh, God, I hate that. I hate how good that idea is. That's not what happened. She did it of her own volition. She traded it for a crazy yokai arm. Oh. Ew.
I would cut my arm off for a crazy yokai arm.
Yeah, but you do it cleanly, right? Well, I don't know how she did it. I assume she did it with a rusty bone saw.
But you do it cleanly. You know how to use a weapon. A middle schooler? Nah, they don't know how to cut a clean cut. You're psycho enough. You could cut a clean cut.
Well, if you're cutting your arm off, what are you doing, Foss? What is your process?
I'm cutting my arm off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the process. I'm cutting my arm off.
You're just okay. You're just walking to the kitchen and being like, "This is sharp. Ooh, oh right, I need something serrated. Ooh. That's what you're doing?
Ooh, owie. Ooh.
I'll tell you my process. I'm gonna try and make a makeshift guillotine. I'm gonna make it go as fast and like shunk as possible. I'm getting the biggest blade I can and putting a shit ton of weights on it and dropping it along a track. And then, yeah, that's my process.
That feels like it would probably be really, well, I mean, okay, cutting it, like, with something fucking serrated and shit would also be fucking painful. But guillotines were very known to not always make clean cuts and have to go multiple times before cutting something off as well, so they also weren't that clean. I wonder if you could take some sort of really sharp, like, ooh! Cut the circulation to your arm off completely first.
Yeah.
Then put like a really sharp thread around, but it has to be strong enough. It has to be like a strong, sharp thread.
Do you have something like that in your house? Because I don't.
This isn't about whether I have it. It's about the idea. Well, I could make some out of metal.
I have an axe. I have an axe that I would try to put a lot of weight on and then put it on a track so that it stays blade down and drop that on my arm after I sharpen it a shit ton. That's my go-to.
Would not be very good at cutting your arm.
I don't think it would be, but I think that's better than a fucking bone saw. I'm not looking for like a samurai clean cut, it goes perfectly through, and then it's like, you know, the arm slides off a little bit, and you're like, ooh, I just need to be sharp enough that that's the point of cutting, and then it's like, it's got enough weight that, like, it doesn't even matter if it cuts, it's breaking it.
I do have some, like, fencing. We have some, like, shitty fencing that I could take apart and sharpen it with metal, put it around my now blood circulation cut arm, and tie the other bit of metal to a car and have it just fucking go, and then yank
Ooh.
through and just clean cut.
That would be really
like-
gnarly, but you would definitely get it in one go.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the type of like. It would depend on which way you're facing, because you have to face a way that the whatever you're using could tighten around to like cut through, rather than just yank your whole body fully.
I mean, so you could just like take one end of a cable, tie it to like a tree, get in the car, tie the other end of the cable around your arm, and then just have it out the window and floor it. That way you've got the frame of the car like stopping the rest of your body from getting out, and it's just gonna fucking
that's
chunk.
true. No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I think that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a good mix.
That's not what happened. She did it of her own volition. Yulind just hates fun. She traded it for crazy yokai arm. I'm just going to say she didn't cry, and they weren't going to kill her. Can absolutely be seen. By the time we're talking about adding a yokai arm, we can stop worrying about the rest of your technique. This already has a 99% chance of incompatible and destroy you. Finally, the voice of sanity cable. Tape razor blades together and use that as a guillotine. Perfect solution. Hi, Will. Oh no, that guy.
Wait, is it Will? Is it Willoren?
Yes, and they see you and they're like, "Oh no, that guy, not the boss." Here, we'll do this. Is this better, Will?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, he gets enough of me 2 times a week.
Dude, at one point, Will was raiding 6 times a week, and he was just like, "I'm so tired. Do I really want to raid tonight?" And we were like, "Yes, yes, you do. You're gonna talk about how much fun you had tomorrow." And he started it. I know.
He's ultimate raiding now in FF2 alongside our raids.
Hi, Dragon King. Will is just like that. Will is just like he likes raiding. Actually, he likes Mythic Plus, and then he hates raiding, but like, well, I think he likes raiding in FF, but dislikes raiding in WoW. Hi, Kafir.
Ewan, do you think you'd like raiding in FF if they didn't have the? And let me finish. If they didn't have the like lag feeling to it. Because that's the only real thing you've brought up with it is just
it's not the lag delay. No, it's not the input delay. It's the global cooldown in space between attacks that I dislike. You know what a global cooldown is, right?
I do.
Okay. I don't like how long it feels between attacks. It is a base 2.5 global cooldown, and that just feels so long. I know there's a lot of off global cooldown moves, and that like takes up, you know, your weaving, but there's like, are there any classes that literally have an off global cooldown move after every single GCD move, or is that just like, because I assume they're all cooldowns. I assume it's like you do this off global cooldown thing every 10 seconds.
Well, first off, Ninja has a faster global cooldown. It's 2.1, 2.02 or something. I don't know. Monk does too? Yeah, okay.
Monk by base is 1.5 with Grease Lightning. But that's like, you gotta understand, 1.5 is the like completely unhasted global cooldown of World of Warcraft. If a 1.5 global cooldown is like, you literally have 0 haste in your build, there's classes that have like 0.7 global cooldown that are just like fucking slamming their keyboard to get abilities out.
I don't know all the classes well enough, but it's very possible there could be classes like that. Like, I don't know. You'd have to ask someone like Shine or Dazi, because like, I know some classes are definitely more bursty, and classes I play are much more bursty, where it's like they're 2 minutes. Although Ninja, you do have to kind of like pre-prep your 2 minutes, fucking 30 seconds early. A little awkward, but I don't know if Dragoon's like more consistent with what it's doing or whatnot. I mean, what would you even be looking for? DPS?
I do.
Healing? I mean,
I do like the healing. I like the healing of Final Fantasy a lot more than WoW, which is crazy to me. But it just like I feel good at healing in Final Fantasy, and that's satisfying to me. I don't think I like the tanking. If I rated, I'd want to play Dancer, and then I'd get really wrapped up because I've never interacted much with the like 1 minute or 2 minute cycles of Final Fantasy. I hear about them all the time. I hear about Dancer needs to partner with Samurai, and they need to match their 2 minutes. They need to know like our 2 minutes, we're doing the thing, and it's a huge thing. If you fuck this up, everything's ruined. And I'm like, well, okay, what does Dancer do for the 2 minutes? Increases crit chance by 20%, and I'm like, what? How is that even slightly important? Like, yeah, that's a DPS boost, but that feels like fucking nothing. I think it's specifically like damage by 10 or 20%, and you stack that with the 2 minute cooldown of the DPS class that you're doing, and it just, I look at that compared to the cooldowns of World of Warcraft. What makes a good DPS is being able to stack cooldowns in World of Warcraft, and the cooldowns of WoW, I would imagine Will backs me up on this. They are not more meaningful, but like more impactful. There's a lot less focus on maintaining a high throughput, less so than Final Fantasy, I think, whereas WoW is just like, you need to pump 15 million DPS right now, and then you can kind of chill it. 2 million DPS for the next minute, but you need to not fuck up that 15 million DPS window for like 10 seconds.
I mean, it's the same thing on FPS. Yeah, same thing on FPS. It's the same thing on FF14. Like, you don't want to get unaligned to actually clear like Savage raids. Like, you need to be doing enough DPS. You do have a pretty, depending on the boss, it can vary, but like some of them are more tight than others. I know M7S had a decently tight enrage timer for us. It was the one we hit a few times.
I look at the cooldowns in Final Fantasy, and they look like increases your damage by 10%, increases crit chance by 15%, and I'm like, these cooldowns are nothing. This is like, and then I compare them to World of Warcraft, where like there's classes like Arcane Mage, where it's like, you hit the enemy with a really hard attack and buff your damage by 30% for the next 15 seconds. You also apply Touch the Magi, which for 12 seconds will collect 25% of the damage you do, and do that in a single hit at the end of 12 seconds. You also apply this debuff that triples every hit you do with your next 4 or 5 attacks. And it's like, you can stack like 5 cooldowns like that, to the point that it's not double your damage, it's not triple your damage. Some classes have a cooldown window that's like, you are doing 5 times the damage to 10 times the damage you normally do in that cooldown window, that's like insanely bursty compared to your standard rotation. And then I just see Final Fantasy that's like, increase your damage by 20% for 10 seconds. I'm like, that's not even double.
I feel like you're directly comparing them too much in terms of like...
I probably am.
Like, number bloat and stuff, I guess. Because, like, yeah, you need to compare them to what you're fighting, you know? So, it's not, yeah. I don't know, I feel like, I feel like if you took the time, just on any class, I feel like if you took maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, look up a rotation, a 2 minute, practice it for, like, as I said, 5-10 minutes. It doesn't take long before you just do it a few times. You just try it on a testing dummy. If you fuck it up, you go into... I really wish they had a fucking instant refresh all cooldowns and shit. But you just go into an unsynced, like, Ifrit or something, and then leave, and that resets all your stuff. And you try it again. And then it's just like 5-10 minutes till you don't fuck it up. And then figure out, like, just test that for the, like, 2 minutes and see how it feels going all the way from the start to the 2 minute. You get back around there. But, like, honestly, you're saying a lot of, like, you don't like these things, but it also sounds like you haven't tried to like them. That may be a little bit harsh. I can understand the, like, input lag, but this other stuff kind of sounds a little bit more like, give it, like, a little bit of a chance, you know?
I think you focused on something other than What bothers me, like the reason I don't enjoy the combat in 14 is the combat feels bad to me. I do not like the delay. I have not looked into like the 2-minute cycles and like syncing cooldowns and really lining that. I hear a lot about it. It's not like it would particularly bother me. It's on to me, and I'm noticing that I hear about cooldowns a lot more in Final Fantasy, and maybe that's just because Dancers is a thing and has to line up their cooldowns with other people. Whereas, like, I think cooldowns are a lot more, I hate saying meaningful, but they do a lot more that it's just standard and expected of every single DPS class has to be good at managing their cooldowns and stacking cooldowns.
Will, would you like to put your input in for Yulind? You're the one that plays WoW and FF, so I don't really know.
It sucks.
I have no idea what he said.
I think you just said WoW sucks.
No, I mean, I gotta get you. Like, when I came off of WoW, it took for fucking ever to get used to that GCD. But, I don't know, after playing it for fucking ever, that kind of just disappeared for me.
Mm-hmm. I do want to clarify. I don't think the Final Fantasy combat is bad. It just feels bad to me. But, like, the way WoW combat works is you've got, like, your 4 to 8 buttons. It's very fast. It's very dynamic. Some classes have, like, 4 different procs where it's, like, you hit this button. You got 3 different procs, which now is like, okay, to use this one, or this one. You use this one, that itself had its own proc, so you still have 3 choices of your next ability, and it's all a priority system. It's very much like, use this one. Oh, we finished. Use this one if these conditions are met. Use this one if these conditions are met. Whereas Final Fantasy is a lot more... Oh, Will Butt. Final Fantasy is a lot more like, here is your rotation. You go through this the same every single time, but you have a lot more moves. It's a lot more of a waltz. It's a lot more of a, like, you have 24 buttons. I'm gonna move the camera here. You have all of these buttons, and you need to go through these 24, 32 buttons in the right and proper order. Some classes have procs, but it seems like a lot less of a thing in Final Fantasy. I do think Final Fantasy combat is good. I just like the fast-paced nature of WoW much more so. I like the less buttons of WoW for sure.
Yeah, well, they're getting rid of even more next expansion.
I know. Dude, everybody's like, this is gonna be the worst expansion ever, and I'm like, oh my god, it's everything I wanted.
You and if you did like harder content in FF, would you want to heal? Sounds like you'd want to heal.
I don't know, because I really don't want to commit the time to gearing up in FF.
It's actually gearing up in what FF's easier than fucking
Yeah, if you're in a raid party, you have someone else do it for you.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you...
Best in slot going into a raid tier is just crafted gear, so...
Yeah,
buy
you
off the market board or...
Shit,
Yeah,
this is
then
making
you
my
usually-
excuses for saying no even, like, harder to do.
yeah, you usually have a dedicated crafter, like
Fuck,
make
I
you stuff at
still
the
have a
start.
crafted weapon on my my healer. Like, It's been 6 months since the tier dropped.
I don't know. I don't really want to be honest. The combat
I
is
would
good, I just
love-
don't want to interact with it.
I would love to experience it with you once in like harder content.
Drag you into the ultimate. Let's go.
Ugh.
Not an ultimate. I think he.
Shut your whore mouth, Will.
I think he'd be willing to try an extreme at most.
Yulind, you could do the Monster Hunter extreme.
I'm just gonna put my window in front of you and read chat. So then I tried my arm through the open door and flipped the car so it could rip it off cleanly. Not the Foss much. Hi, how are you? How's your day going? I'm curious who is your friend. I have 3 friends with me. This one right here is Ming. I'm not sure if she's AFK right now. We have Foss and Will with us. Foss in the green hair, Will in the brown hair. Yeah, while rating kind of stinky. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why they are talking about this. I missed something clearly. We were talking about the girl from Silent Hill that cut her arm off for the demon arm, and what our methods for cutting an arm off would be. Because in the Silent Hill, she just fucking bone sawed it off, and I'm sitting here like, nope. I literally would get like cut in, and I'd be like, I can't. The pain is too much. I cannot push past that. Same. Violent propagation is the biggest feels bad for me in FF. I'm curious, what is your favorite song in the world? Matryoshka, the Vocaloid song. Close second, Viral's theme, Nikopol from the anime Gurren Lagann. And a third. Those two are kind of solidly at the top. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Press a spell and it takes forever to apply to the entire party. Last time we said hi, it was in the Monster Hunter world.
You're a
Good
whore.
vibes for you. What the fuck?
I can't grab your talisman and put it straight up. You're a bitch.
It should be gravel, but I made it specifically not posable.
I can't grab it either.
Oh, it should be gravel. Hi, Smug. Hi, Valdir. I mean, it's less 2 minutes long rotations and more pressing stuff on cooldown. Sometimes you hold resource spenders for the two, but that's about it. I'm just eating food. I do not want to be doing a 2 minute long rotation. It's chilled out a lot. The 2 minute one was specifically Summoner. It was specifically Old Summoner. Now it's typically like 30 to 50 seconds. I think those are the longest. I don't think there's a 2 minute rotation in FF anymore. Good vibes for you.
When you mean a 2 minute rotation, like a rotation you do every 2 minutes, or one that lasts all 2 minutes?
One that lasts all 2 minutes.
No, I don't think there's anything like that.
Summoner used to have that, where it's like, you start this rotation here, you go through the like sequence that takes 2 minutes, and at the end of 2 minutes, it starts over. And you could fuck that up at 30 seconds, you could fuck that up at 1 minute 30 seconds, but it really hurt your DPS to fuck it up at any point. The one I'm most familiar with is Monk and Dancer, and new Summoner now. Monk is like 36 buttons. But it's 18 buttons. No, is it? It's 18 buttons, which takes about like 30 seconds to go through. And then half the time they're just not doing that because of perfect balance. Are we listing things we want to experience with Yulind? Is that Good Boy Will? It is Good Boy Will. Hello. Yo. Does Will have 4 ears? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They like cat girls. They also like elves. And they couldn't decide between the two, and they just said yes. And so yes.
I'm going to make it so I can either have you just set of ears, or when I have the cat ears on, I'll be able to have a tail.
Did you
I
see?
haven't opened Blender and Unity in a while.
Did you see Haxie's wiggling ears? GD made Haxie a new model, and they have a toggle where their ears just go like this. They just never stop wiggling like this, and it's so good. Eating food. Sometimes you hold resource. Okay, I think I'm caught up on chat. I need to update the title. We need to update who we're lurking on. Koyo should be going live soonish, but I don't need to raid him right away. I need to change my trackers. I'm gonna do that first. It's on local. Damn it.
Have you beat Omega yet in Monster Hunter?
Okay, now I can slide off.
Can turn you up. Hey.
Why did it not work?
I don't know why my desktop's always kind of quiet.
World.
Yeah, no, I think I have the
There we
issue
go.
as well in
I
VR.
fucked it
for
up
some
twice.
reason. It's just-
I
it
fucked it
feels
up
really
twice.
quiet. VR. Don't
What?
know why. I don't know. We'll get him one day. We'll get him into FF one day. I would love to raid with you at least just once in FF. That's
I don't-
a bucket list, I think.
I don't remember who it was, but in one of our WoW raids, they were like, I really want Foss, Foop, Yulind, and Shine all in the same raid.
It was Casey. You told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be pretty funny.
It would be pretty fucking funny. Ideally, I'd love to get him into a savage, but I don't think we could mentally keep him long enough for a savage if we got him to try it. I think at some point he'd tap out.
WoW owned twice on camera.
Yeah. A month? I feel like after the first 2 days he'd be like, you know, I'm good actually.
If I don't have a good experience in that first day, maybe the first 2 days, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm done with this. That sucked. Y'all have fun.
To be fair, going forward we're gonna be looking at guides, so in terms of fills, it's easier to.
Yeah, you remember
Swap.
the 30-minute guide?
Yeah.
Easy.
Perfect. I'll step out. You go in, and then. Oh God, this fucking fight. It's really funny because I really enjoy this fight, but watching what it's doing to everyone else as well sometimes, it's like, oh no.
2 of the people I had the stream up for rated me. I swear. They spoil me so
I feel
much.
so bad. I feel so bad for Foop sometimes.
Why?
So bad for.
How do you feel bad for Foop?
You should see him in our current fight, Yulind. The poor guy's now. The poor guy's trying to fucking do his left and rights, and he's fucking putting his hands up and crying.
He deserves everything that comes to him. Boss, you gotta understand. Boop, like, he comes in, he's tanking, and he's like, I don't use any mods, I don't look up any guides, I just wing it and have fun. Wipes us 10 times in a row and just goes, yeah, Final Fantasy's easier than this. And like, all the WoW heads are just like, we are here because of you. Just like seething right there.
To be fair,
Mm-hmm.
we also do blind stuff in Final Fantasy 2 a decent chunk, so he could directly compare it to not doing anything like that.
He might be,
WoW.
and like, Will has played both extensively and has said, you know, Final Fantasy's harder. It just is. But like, you understand, you've got a group that hasn't played one. We're wiping because the new guy in the group is like learning, and he goes, this ain't so hard. This is easier than the other game I rated, and we're just like, oh, fuck you, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I love
we're-
Foop. He's very much like anything that comes his way. I'm just like, you fucking, yeah, I wanted to see that.
We're gonna start running into the problem soon where, because I actually have I have a big trouble following guides,
Mm-hmm.
and so but at the point where
Oh, you're
about
lagging.
this and the thing, I'm like, am I good?
I think you're good now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we talked to them about this like the past 2 raid nights, but I'm like, man, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I can't focus on them when I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2, the information just doesn't stick in my head on guides. Like, unless I actually experience the thing first, it's so fucking annoying. Like, I'm pretty good at figuring stuff out when we're blind and like learning it as we go.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like that, and to be fair, once I see it and experience it, I tend to be able to look at a guide and be like, okay, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or if someone says it to me, I can.
You are very much the like cat girl. Oh, he's 100% dying again. I was gonna say he's the cat girl. Hi, Kev. He's the cat girl of the group that's like, you know, they're going over the raid mechanics and they're just like
Wait, am I
dancing in the
dead?
corner. Oh, you're back.
Oh, sorry. My internet must be fucking dying on and off or something. But what I was saying when I was dying, Kimmy sent me their VOD of their clear and said I'm going to be in probably the similar spots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try looking at that because it's a POV position rather than a guide itself.
Portal.
See if that's a little better for me. But
I don't know if Noel Foss is gonna hear this, but people learn differently. I am very much the type that if you say something to me, I'm not gonna get it. I need to see it. If I watch a video and it just shows this mechanic does this, hi Siri. It's so much easier for me. Oh, the player's working here. As it has a big hiccup moment. Ugh, I need a drink. Then we're gonna sit down for a little bit before we go to the peak lobby.
Ugh. My legs are starting to kill me.
I'm kind of the same, Foss. I need to see it. If I don't have a visual, if I don't see like the boss does this, you see this graphic, you move over here with this. It's like you can say all that to me, and it's just like,
I've tried even watching like Hector's things, and Hector has animated guides too. Like he doesn't show the actual POV as I think he might. I don't know. Yeah. But like even those where like I can see kind of what they're trying to explain. I don't know. I don't know if it's like some weird thing with my head in terms of like my brain experiencing it myself in a way, and then it associates it to learning, or if it's some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know there's like many different ways of how people learn, but it's hard. It's hard because I feel bad, right? It's one of the things where I feel like I'm gonna be the one holding us back because I'm gonna see something and I'm not gonna understand it. It's like preemptive fear of it, I guess. Put my foot in your face.
Get your foot out of my face.
We actually finally got to a prog point tonight, or the place we got last time, and I immediately fuck up the first thing, despite looking at the guide for it and fucking trying to remember what to do for it, and I just forgot one of the important parts of it, and so I fucked it up, and I was like, fuck.
I
felt so bad.
Hi, Nick. Oh my god, everybody's coming in all at the end. No, we had a mechanic on Saladar, which was the second to last boss, and honestly harder than the final boss, and it was like it wasn't until the mechanic happened to me that I fully, and even when it did happen to me, but it was like it kind of felt like everybody was dealing with the same thing, so it was like everybody was struggling with it. But it was you would create these like big orbs around the room that would then suck you in, and so you had to spread them out evenly so that you turned a little bit. You needed to spread them around the room so that they would pull you in all directions equally. And then he would throw spears at people, and you had to have those spears go through the orbs to detonate them. And if you didn't, you'd like fucking blow the raid up. And aiming the spears at the orbs was crazy fucking hard with all these other mechanics going on.
Yeah. So I was having some weird fucking shit with like a menu popping up on my screen.
If you do up and down, it brings it up, and then you do up and down again, and it makes it go away.
My joystick was also sticking for a little bit, so I tried to move. That's probably why it came up, because I kept trying to, after it was sticking a little bit, I was like, let's move it around a little. I don't know what it's getting stuck on. And then I had to hide your nameplate because
it's just in your face.
Yeah, in my face. Why does the personal mirror fucking spasm the hell out?
I have not experienced that.
It's in this map, but like lighting is fucked. Do you see that right now?
Let me bring up my personal mirror. I almost never have it up when. Oh, I saw it do a weird light, but now it seems
like
good.
Looking into it. Did I turn on something without?
My mirror had a weird blue flash when I brought it up. But are we listing things we want to experience with Yulind? Is that good boy Will, Pat, yo? Does Will have 4 ears? Wow, owned twice on camera. Foxo back. Heck you, Yulind. What the fuck did I do? Smelly Yulind. I'm gonna shower soon. Fuck you, Kev. Watch the ball means nothing if you don't know what the ball looks like. The Foss stance. Foss does have a very unique stance. I cannot stand like that at all.
I have a few unique stances, yeah.
He's been standing like that for an hour. It's kind of impressive. Foss just stands like that. Micaiah also has a very unique stance, and I'm like, how the fuck? Like, I feel like I can't do it for a minute. Either of their stances.
So whenever I get out of VR, the next day, my fucking calves will kill me, because that's like all calf muscle, and it'll feel awful. Like it'll actually feel so painful the next day. Mostly because I don't get in VR very often, right? I don't move around a lot, so it's just My body's not used to it. But yeah, I don't know when it happened, but I just kind of stand like that now. I have a few ways I stand when it comes to like that. But yeah, it's not even like a thing I try and do. It's just a thing that happens.
Uh-huh. Hi, shut up. Looking. This helps not sell me on FF rating even more. You, Nyx, come right. Nyx, Will. Hi, Bits. Bits, oh my god, hi, Nyx. Love you, Bits. I love you more. Not scientifically possible. Barry, no, Will. Bits love someone more than CS, impossible. Do you hate Kairon? Oh, why did I read that as Kairon? What the fuck? Oh.
Dude,
I don't know
that's
why.
That's his new nickname now, dude. Hey, K-Ron, how you doing?
I love you more
so
than you will ever
fucking
know.
funny.
I miss Kairon. What just happened in chat? I happened, sniff, stalking. Then why stand like that? Hello. Because it's comfortable in the moment. Hi, world hero. Hello, cute, adorable, fluffy one. This hurts, but I
Then
won't
why
stop.
stand?
Does Foss like chili by chance? I think Foss would like chili.
I do like chili. Wait, are they saying why stand like that?
Yes.
Well, standing for a long period of time is gonna hurt myself the next day anyway. I don't move around much, period. So it's one of those things where like my legs would hurt anyway. It's just those happen to be the bit that hurts the most because that's what happens to get strained the most when I stand like that. But it would hurt anyway being in VR, standing up for long periods of time. I try to stand up for long periods of time in VR just because I don't move around often, and it's a chance for me to actually like use my leg muscles.
Hi, Nunu.
So
yeah.
this is an okay position, right? I'm not blocking you too much or anything.
No, you're good. You're good. I
It's a little bit
actually
of a
think
funny.
it's kind of cute, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
I gotta go to class, so
Okay, I hope it goes.
Bye, Will.
I hope it's an easy class. You pick it up all naturally, and it goes fast.
I'm pretty sure I have labs today.
Well, I hope it goes fast.
Yeah. Good luck. We love you.
I don't
Don't
think I'll get in to see
die.
Yulind. He seems way too tired with this Kairon comment. It's Wednesday, Nyx. I'm not taking a nap today. Comfy. I miss Will and Nyx. Are you being choked up? You need help, Yulind? No, I'm good. I'm good. Oh,
This
boy,
is a
rest in
threat. Just fucking.
Well, so here's the thing. Boston, like anything muscle, it's like, this is a threat. Yeah, I'm gonna snap it. I'm about to. And I'm just like, yeah? Okay, yeah?
I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't really be that hard to snap your neck from here. Even if I don't have, like, strong thighs, I could just get it just enough and then, like,
Yeah,
and it
no.
would just snap your neck. Like,
The
it wouldn't be
actual-
that hard to snap your neck from here, yeah.
The actual leverage of it, I'm sure you could figure it out, but I still like making jokes about you being a twig.
Yeah, that's fair. I love how in-depth we've gone today about bodily harm.
I know.
Just
I
to
did.
cut.
I did have the thought of like, should I stop this conversation about how we're ripping our arms off? Like, do people even like? Am I grossing people out? And they're leaving? Nope, the view count's going up. Okay, I guess we keep talking about this.
Dude, I bet you if anyone joined in that moment where they're like, what the fuck? And then they just have to stay to listen to what the fuck's going on.
What if we both do it? We just hang out without Yulind. What the heck? I think you try bite her legs for making some sort of points, I believe. I don't know. I don't wanna bite or lick Foss stockings. That's just, yeah, I don't wanna. Yeah, I did. Cause what the fuck was that shit? I didn't go through half of my notes today. I don't know if, let me see if there's anything I really need to talk about. Pokemon friends I can save for tomorrow. I tried setting up OSC Goes Burr and Inti-Face. That didn't work, so I need to get a Bluetooth dongle. My Lemix Rogue is up to 30. Yangshi outfit not safe for work wasn't too bad to set up. Alex Jones loses their lawsuit. Court has decided, no, you still got to pay your $1.4 billion, idiot. And he cried on his little podcast. Yulind, did you complete your walking challenge? I did. We walked 5.5 miles today. Watch Warframe today. Everybody, if you're a Warframe player, watch Warframe today. They are giving away a free Oberon because they are going over the rework. Not Oberon Prime, a free Oberon if you watch Warframe. And that is a fucking shitty Warframe to farm, so get it for free. I'm gonna fucking get it, because holy shit, I do not want to farm Oberon. That I can save for tomorrow. That I can save for tomorrow. That I can save for... Okay.
I love how I know I get you to Yappa Yacht. I know I get to get you to yap a lot, because whenever I feel like I join you here and like stay the whole time, you're like, I haven't read through half my notes today.
Yeah. So the notes specifically exist for not so much I don't know what to talk about, but like it's just not coming out of me naturally as easily. And so the notes are just like, what do I talk about? I look at the notes and I got a talking point. But if somebody joins and we just have a thing to talk about, to yap about for 2 hours, it's like, I don't need the notes, so I don't end up going through them. The other thing will just be like, I myself get fucking ranting about something. So like, if you get me talking about like Legend of Zelda, I'll just like turn my notes off. I'll just be like, yeah, I don't need these today. They got me talking about the fucking story of Skyward Sword and the good and bad points of it and the importance of Girahim and like stuff like that. Stairs in Goss Prime. They manage way more pain to farm, but agree. Yeah. Watch overall what? The Warframe Twitch stream today. They are going to be showing the Oberon rework and give everybody a free Oberon. So, well, if you want Twitch drops, watch the Warframe stream later today. I actually don't know. Might even already be up, but no, it's not. But yes, we are going to go to Koyo in a moment. We're going to play Peak with him. We're going to do 2 rounds. The easy, nice, comfy round. And then the Ascendant 5 round, which is like, oh god, most of the group isn't even going to make it to the top. And yeah, I'm kind of thinking of raiding like right this second. And then like, instead of going straight to Koyo and getting ready for Peak, stopping by Kyo and just like hanging out with him for 5 minutes, because I never get to see Kyo in fucking throughout the week. But Ascendant 5, there is no Peak, just Infinite Climb. No. There is a Peak, Violet. There is. That's not how it works, but throws Kasune Prime at you. Kasune Prime boops you. Okay. What were you gonna say?
What? Oh.
I don't know. You just started to say something.
I didn't know you were talking to me at first. I would debate joining, but I'd have to figure out how you guys do mods again, and I don't feel like doing that.
Just to say it, I don't expect you to change your mind with this. I'm not trying to convince you. You download R2 Modman. You search for Peak, so you load that game. You get the code that he has pinned in his channel. You paste that into import from code. That brings up the mod list. You download all. You then launch modded. And that's it. That's all it takes. What if I watch?
I don't know if I uninstalled Peak. Might have to actually reinstall it.
If you want to play it, uninstalling it sounds weird because it, like, how much space does Peak take up? Right? Is that even a gig?
If it's not even a gig, I probably haven't uninstalled it. But if it's more than that, I recently like went through and like was really cleaning out some of my stuff, like uninstalling or moving stuff over to my disk that's like even like a gig or something, because that stuff adds up if you have a few of those.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to make extra space and stuff.
What if I watch you for too long? Is there any change? What do you mean, is there any change?
my wall.
I'm not gonna visit Kyo today. I'm not. There's other days in the week I can visit him. Well, okay, the reason I always struggle to visit him is because he ends before my fucking nap ends. That's why. Ugh. The reason it was really nice getting to visit Maru yesterday, but it was like I took my nap and then I visited Maru, hung out for an hour. And then well, technically then I hung out for another 3 hours with other people. But like with Kyo, I wake up from my nap and he's usually done, so I never get to see. How do I do this? Whatever. We're gonna play Peak. I didn't play Lemix with Frisu yesterday. I think she never messaged me after her stream, so I assume it was just. I assume she was either streaming longer than usual or she was just tired after it. But I think we're gonna play later today. I should be waking up by the time she does, because I'm gonna play Peak and then I'm gonna pass the fuck out. If not, what should I do today? I tried to motivate myself to do Blue Twitch yesterday, and that ended up not happening at all. So Yulind should hop in then before I start event. I don't have Yulind added, so I can't poke him. What event stalking? What event is? Oh, Nick's where you should hop in then before I start event. I still want to know what event it is. Are you gonna play Little Nightmares 3, Yulind? Fuck no. Absolutely not. World Hero, I find Minecraft scary. Little Nightmares 3 is literally going to give me nightmares, and not little ones. That's way too scary for me. That is 3 spooky 5 me. Absolutely not. Hell no. Oh.
Yulind, you need to place games that scare you so you have a tolerance to being spooked, and then you become emotionless and depressing to watch because you don't get scared at all, like me when I play games.
That sounds like the exact same thing as getting a job to afford the car that you need to get to your job. That's like, what? No, I don't want to do that.
It happened to me unintentionally because I used to be a little bitch when playing games, and I don't know what happened at some point over the course of my streaming. I just don't like. Sometimes jump scares can get me still, but I don't really count jump scares as being afraid. That's like a fight or flight response usually. Like makes you respond, and even then, jump scares don't get me all the time either. Like, I was gonna say you've seen me play scary games, but then I'm like, no, he hasn't. He fucking leaves my stream if I'm playing scary games.
Teehee.
But it'll usually be like some monster will do something scary, and I'll be like, oh hi. Hello. I'm like fucking lay when I play games now, and I'm like, it's kind of sad. I feel like it's led to them not being as interesting. It lets me like be interested by other parts that people are probably too afraid to get interested in. Or like in the moment at least, like looking at the models more without running away as much, etc. etc. But yeah, I don't know.
I identify with this. That's what I thought about you, Yulind. It's okay. Okay. Not fox noises. Oh. Rose is awake. Let's check.
I'm gonna hop out myself. I'm gonna the last few minutes consider not whether I want to install your mods or whatever. If I join. Is Peak one of those games you can join midway?
Yes, but it's not fun to join midway because Peak is such a momentum-based game that's like, you do good in the first round, that helps you do good in the second round. The moment you start struggling in a round, it's like if you struggle through this round, you're like going to fail the next round. There's so much carryover.
Are you talking about for the whole group, or are you talking about just the singular person joining?
Singular
midway?
person.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I could fall and then I get to haunt people and be funny.
This is true.
Yeah, I don't really care about it. But Okay, I'm gonna hop out because it's
Okay.
gonna take me a bit to get out of VR anyway. Maybe see you in a little bit
Yep.
again. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for hanging out. I think I'm also gonna go. I'm gonna raid Koyo now. Give me plenty of time to get ready. I'm gonna drop by Kyo. I'm gonna jump by Kyo's stream, kiss him on his mouth, and then be like, I gotta go play Peekaboo. But for now, I'm gonna take this up here. Is this the map that? No, it's the other one. Oh, you don't see the outside of the house. It's all plains. It's all plains. Room is this? Is this the room we're in? I'm literally standing right there. Okay. Same room. Literally the same room. We're just gonna look at the moon. We're just gonna look at the moon. Behavior. I've already got that off. Okay. Anchor World. Hit the showers. I will. Yay. Thank you for the socials. Thanks for stream. If you want to watch more of me, I will be playing Peak with my friend Koyo. So we're gonna go there. He does this every Wednesday, except for last Wednesday. He had classes then, but slash raid Aiko. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. We did 5.5 miles. I really need to download my 800 VOD. I still haven't done that and uploaded it to the VODs channel. I'm like, ooh, I gotta do that before I fucking lose it. But yeah, thank you for keeping me company. We're gonna go play Peak. I love you. Bye.
The Statue of Liberty under construction. Snow